Afternoon, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful West Ham fans. And if you're not a West Ham fan, then you're not beautiful. The fuck yeah. How's everyone doing today? How are we all feeling ahead of this massive, massive game today? At the Olympic Stadium, 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗗 London Stadium, I guess these days. Yeah, how are we all feeling? Get in the comments, let me know. Oh dear, got some familiar faces on my mugs today. We've got 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗗 and from Hammer's Chat. Obviously, I'm not advertising, but they're great. Their channel is great. Love watching a bit of 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗗. I like the dynamic they've got. Yeah, how are we all feeling today? Let me know. Connor's going to be doing the watch along, so I am just doing the pre-match here. You've probably seen me at half time as well. I'll pop in and say hello, bore the arse off the lot of you. Yeah, I am a bag of nerves today. It's really kind of do or die as it gets closer, as it gets further along. It just becomes more and more worrying, I guess, more and more realistic that things could go wrong. I'm hoping not. We've got Rich over from South Africa. He's come back to watch a few games, and obviously you would have seen him if you watched the early show with Russ, the match day stream. Always a good laugh, even if you want to watch it back. Always a good laugh. Rich was on there with him. Obviously, he's brought the sunshine with him from South Africa. Although I bet it's a lot fucking hotter in South Africa. Marcus, afternoon, mate. Afternoon, all squeaky bum time. Come on your way. Yeah, I was just talking to Connor there before I jumped on. Honestly, this is going to be a fucking horrific Saturday afternoon, isn't it? And it doesn't necessarily mean I think we're going to lose, but if you've got high blood pressure, go for a walk, because it's going to be a really long afternoon. It's going to be awful, just watching it. And do you know what? I've got to say, I know we had a good go at Wolves the other day, but when I watched Forest last night, I thought, fucking hell, we're due one of them, aren't we? We're due one of them where we give someone a proper hiding. 4-0 is not to be sniffed at. But I just feel like we're really due to give someone a thumping. I don't think I'd be surprised if that is against Everton, especially with Moyes as their manager. Mind you, we've been on the back of a couple of bad ones when Moyes was in charge of us as well. What we got here? Stefan, afternoon, mate. It's a big game for me. A must-win. Nervous, out with colour to watch my village team. We'll listen to in one. Nice one, Stefan. Who's your village team? Let us know who your local team is. Let's give them a little shout out. Hope it goes well for them as well. Kevin, thanks for joining in, mate. Good morning. It's afternoon here, 1:30. I assume you're in America, Kev. Thanks for joining in, buddy. Thanks for choosing to spend your Saturday morning watching this idiot talk about football. I think we're going to be all right, and that's just a slightly optimistic West Ham fan. 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗃𝗃 FC. Let's find a bit out about 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 FC. Have you got a season ticket over there? Because I absolutely love that. If people going and supporting their local side and kind of showing a bit of support for local football. And when you go to local football, you feel like less of a customer and more of a supporter. And you can drink in the ground as well, which is nice. Like you can actually stand around the front. 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃, England. Club was founded in 1901. Big history. They competed in various local leagues, including joining the Somerset FA in 1901, the Mid-Somerset Football League in 1961-62 season, and later the Bristol Suburban League before returning to Mid-Somerset League. So they bounced around a bit. Team currently competes in the Mid-Somerset League, often cited as Division 1 or 2 East. They play at the 𝗪𝗁𝗀𝗃 Memorial Hall, which includes an on-site clubhouse and bar. That's what we like to hear, Steph. I hope you're supporting your local club and putting a couple of quid over the bar today, mate. Historically, the club has had rivalries with Mid-Somerset area. In the 2023-24 season, they were looking for new players, hosting training sessions at Midsummer Norton Sports Ground. The club is known for hosting post-match social events in the Memorial Hall clubhouse. I love that. I love that. That sounds brilliant, mate. I hope you have a lovely afternoon, because the sun's out, and there's nothing like it. The smell of the grass, freshly cut and everything. I'm just going to get a little picture of the stadium. That is a lovely little ground as well. That's a tidy little ground. I really like that. Never seen them play before, but yeah, fantastic. Didn't even know they existed. Thanks for that, Stefan. I appreciate you for that, mate. And I hope they go on and win. My prediction is 3-0. Know nothing about them, but I predict they're going to win 3-0 today. Said the other day, hope Pickford does mayor in between sticks today. He's one of them people as well where he's got that in him, isn't he? Like Pickford has those bad games in him. So who knows? Middlesbrough just gone 2. Watford have just pulled 1 back against Middlesbrough. It's Middlesbrough 2, Watford 1 for those who care. The champion, I mean, Middlesbrough have absolutely chucked the championship away this season, to be fair. But I'm a groundsman here, been after playing for 20 years. Good lad. Groundsman is a massive job, and the picture I just saw of the pitch was absolutely pristine, mate. It looked bright green. It looked beautiful. I can imagine that over there. I can almost smell the freshly cut grass and the dodgy burger van and the pints at half time. I can smell it all, mate. Love that. Love that. I'm hoping for a big win for you lot today, and it makes your job easier, doesn't it, when the sun's out like this, mate? So fair play to you. Yeah, Pickford. He's one of them ones. He's on his day. He's one of the best keepers in the world. How often does that happen? He's often been quite reliable. I would take him. I'd take him at West Ham. But to be fair, he's England's #1 keeper. For how long though? Do you think Trafford's going to actually make some moves in the next year? I heard yesterday that he's being linked with Leeds, James Trafford. So I do rate James Trafford. I would have loved to have got him at West Ham. But yeah. Ben, afternoon, buddy. If we go down, what's going to happen with the club and the owners? Are you glad Karen Beatty is gone? Sullivan, post office man, need to go. Don't trust them, but come on, you answer today. Need all the luck. Look, I'm happy Karen Brady's gone, because she was, whatever she did, like, I know they tried to show things saying, oh, this is good, that's good. Who cares? Like, she was part of the problem. She was part of that team that left, they fucking desecrated Birmingham. Fair enough, they saved them. They saved us, but it doesn't mean that they've gone on to actually do anything of value for the club. The things that were cited as Karen Brady's plus points was a record transfer fee for Declan Rice. Well, Declan Rice is responsible for the record transfer fee of Declan Rice because he's a fucking phenomenal player. He's got fuck all to do with Karen Brady. She might have been in the room when the deal was made, but it has nothing to do with Karen Brady. The fact that Declan Rice spent for that much. She made a lot of money out of the sale of Upton Park, which I still haven't forgiven the whole board for. Sullivan is a jumped up little wanker, but I know you're saying that the postman needs to go, but he is well known. He's an investor, which means he makes calculated decisions based on risk values whenever he invests, because this is money for him. This is just an investment for him. So I understand what you're saying. It looks like he hasn't done much, but I think this is him making his move now. He's brought out apparently the same amount of shares as David Sullivan, so now they're joint owners of the club, which is good. It means Sullivan's power is loosening, his grip is loosening on the club. Karen Brady, who's Sullivan's right-hand woman, is gone, but let's just think about where that leaves him, because Sullivan's had her in his pocket for the last 30 years. She's been his consigliere, for the last 30 years, and now she's gone for whatever reason. She's left him. So Sullivan's lost key allies in the boardroom. He's lost his consigliere. He's now not the sole owner of the club. So I would say I'm not opposed to 𝗠𝗃𝗧𝗏 doing what he's doing, and I think 𝗠𝗃𝗧𝗏 is probably, if the club is sold, I think it'll be 𝗠𝗃𝗧𝗏 getting a group of his mates together who will also make investments. But 𝗠𝗃𝗧𝗏 is known for buying distressed assets and flipping them for a profit. And I think that West Ham are the distressed asset, and I think he will flip us for a profit. The man isn't an idiot. He knows what needs to be done to turn a club around. Now, is that going to be what we want? I don't know. But at the moment, we've got to look at financial stability over everything, because at the moment we're in quite a lot of trouble money-wise. So I think he's the perfect man to kind of help us move forward. But yeah, thanks for your question, Ben. It's a great question. Thanks, mate. I'm a Forest supporter. I love the Hammer YouTube channel. I didn't expect us to beat Sunderland. You're an amazing club. Hope you survive. Good luck against Everton. Cheers, John. You lot are absolutely on fire. Me and a mate of mine last night were talking about Forest when we see the end result, and we were saying that there's something at that club. At West Ham, we don't like our stadium. The board haven't done much to make the stadium nice for us. They put a carpet in round and they've put a couple of extra seats. So fuck off. That's not really done anything for us. We don't want to sell some players, and then like with Declan Rice, he was always going to go, but after the Conference League final, Sullivan's on telly pumping him out to people. Now, when I look at your club, I see 𝗪𝗁𝗧𝗏, right? He looks after the supporters. He looks after the players. When Morgan Gibbs-White was right on the cusp of leaving, 𝗪𝗁𝗧𝗏 had a chat with him. He stayed. And if it weren't for Morgan Gibbs-White, I don't think you lot would be in the position you're in. 𝗪𝗁𝗧𝗏, there's something about him. He makes his decisions. I don't like him personally, but I think he's a great owner, and he isn't afraid to act. And that's good. He's a confident businessman. He knows what he's doing. He's got clear direction. He's got clear principles. He sticks with it. He demands the respect of his players, his management, his coaching staff. He pays their wages. He demands the basic respect levels. And I can't fault him for the fact that whenever something needs doing at that club, he does it. So, fair play. I'm glad you lot are doing well, and I'm all the best for the Europa League, mate. Today's the day. We're a team to stand up and do the business. 100%, Peter. We've got to come out and absolutely smash the barricade straight away. We've got from ball one, we've got to set the tone. And it's David Moyes' birthday today. Afternoon, Everton fan, come on Villa, we need a win to keep us in European hopes alive. Afternoon, Richie. Thanks for joining in again, mate. I obviously don't want you lot to win today, but yeah, I wish there was a way that you lot could still end up in Europe with us still getting the 3 points, but it's not that. Unfortunately, it's going to come down to both of us. You're my favourite club from the Liverpool area, so yeah. 3 points to the Hammers. Let's hope so. Gary, thanks for joining in, mate. Peter Milenic, yeah, he has been an amazing signing. Again, their signings seem to go well, but they brought in that director of football from Arsenal, and I don't think he's going to be around very long. I think I was reading that maybe he doesn't get on with someone, or something's happening. I don't know, but I think he's going to be gone. Moyes interested in Bowen. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I reckon Leyton Orient would be interested in Bowen, but it's going to go, does it? I honestly think that Bowen is a West Ham player, and I think even if we went down, I don't think Bowen would go. I think he's one of the players that would be earmarked to stay. I do think he loves the club. The Spurs squad haven't got it in them. They definitely don't look that way, do they, Richie? I'm watching them the other day against Brighton. They looked good, and I got a little bit worried to start off with. But they looked awful, didn't they? They looked awful. It was more their mentality. Tranmere are my favourite team from the Liverpool area. Tranmere. they were always in the. Me and Connor had a chat the other day about second teams, and that Leyton Orient are probably my second team. Tranmere are in the same league as Leyton Orient for quite a lot of my childhood, so I wouldn't. It definitely wouldn't be Tranmere for me. I used to love seeing that. By the way, I saw Gaza as a player coach for Boston against Leyton Orient. Fucking great times. I was sitting in the East Stand lower, right behind the dugout, and there's Gaza there doing kick-ups, and he's like fucking 60 years old. I saw 𝗪𝗀𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪 with Brentford. Was it Brentford? Barnet. He was playing player manager with Barnet. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, love it. Wolves have won 7 points in their last 3 home games. They're harder to beat at home. They are. They've got to be better than they were the other week, though. Here is the lineups there from someone in the background. I think it's Russ. Hermansen, Diouf, Disasi, Mavropanos, Walker-Peters, Souček, Fernandez, Somerville, Bowen, Pablo, Tati. So it is as you were. It sounds like we're going to go, and again, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. I'm not adverse to this. Wilson's on the bench, which is good because he scored a lot of goals against Everton. Areola, Adama, Todibo, Magassa, Wan-Bissaka, Scholes, Potts, and Kante. Now, last week, when we played, it was this week, wasn't it? When we played Palace, one of my big issues was that we didn't see Traore. Yet Villa are losing 1-0. Sessegnon has scored for Fulham. We didn't see Traore when we needed him. So I think we do need to see Tranmere are losing 2-0, by the way. So, Peter, unfortunately, Tranmere are 2-0 down. It's I think it's a good team. I think that's how I would have played it. I'm happy with that. Toby, afternoon, mate. Come on, you Irons. We need everyone to sharp, put 110%. Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. Need a bit of win. They're losing 1-0. Brent Point better out. Yep. And I think that's really going to help us. I think in terms of this formation, I think that Somerville and Bowen are going to be instructed. They're going to be instructed to stay wide. I think, with that kind of it's going to create kind of like a speed trap. So by them being told to stay wide, and I think they'll sprint centrally without Branthwaite's recovery speed, because obviously he's out. Everton's likely pairing is going to be Michael Keane and 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗏. I've not seen the Everton lineup yet, but I might be wrong about that. That can be exposed by kind of high speed, high intensity transitions. So we need to kind of exploit where they're going to be weak. Having said that, there is going to be a problem from set pieces, because Everton are going to play for set pieces, and we know how we've been. 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗏's a bit of a bully from corners. So but I think if we can isolate Michael Keane, squeeze the midfield and exploit those fullbacks, I think we'll be all right. So like Keane often struggles when he's isolated against the quicker technical wingers. So we should be looking to play the diagonal balls into the space behind him for Somerville to chase. That's going to help us out. And James Garner is Everton's only real deep line playmaker left. So if we kind of shadow him, Everton will be forced into just pumping long balls into Barry. And to be fair, Disasi and Stevo should be able to clean them up pretty easily. Like I said already, we need to exploit those fullbacks. Their fullbacks like to push higher. So if we can catch him on the counter, if Bayern will have a 1v1 against him, and that's like he's ticking on a bit. So hopefully these injuries are actually going to help us. Need Pickford not to play as well as he usually does. I think monkeys about trying here low. There's me trying to do something nice for you, Pete. Wolves will give Spurs a game. Wolves got nothing to lose, mate. Yeah, I hope you're right. I think that is going to really kind of give them the freedom to be fearless, or so I hope anyway. I thought he might have played Traore and Bowen up top. I really would like to see Bowen on the right, Somerville on the left, and Traore in the 10. and then Somerville, Traore, and Bowen all kind of interchanging throughout the pitch will cause an absolute nightmare for the defence. And again, it's pace, it's strength. I would have liked to have seen that. But having said that, I really like Pablo's work rate. I really do like Pablo's work rate. Morning, Gaza. Cheers, mate. Wanted Aaron Wan-Bissaka to start. I was waiting for that comment from you, Damien. Yeah, I do think that Walker Peters is the informed right back at our club at the moment. I wouldn't want to change I wouldn't want to change a winning team either. Well, it's not even a winning team, is it? But it's working. We haven't dropped any points in this squad at the moment. Barry not good enough up front. Barry will be out in the summer. I think he probably will be, to be fair. Really should get others taking corners instead of Bowen. Bowen needs to be in the box and the end of chances. I've been saying this for ages. Not even in the box, Peter. Bowen should be just sat on the edge of the area waiting for the ricochet. In my opinion, I fancy Bowen to score today because he is cooking and he keeps hitting the post. You can see him. He's just brewing. He's firing up. He's absolutely firing up. And you can kind of feel it. I fancy Bowen to pick up one of those trademark cut inside shots on his left foot. I fancy that today. I really do fancy that today. Tati and Pablo just cause a bit of chaos in that penalty area for Pickford, just to kind of fuck him around a bit. Personally, that's just what I think anyway. So Pete, I agree with you, mate. You're 100% spot on there. Amers, afternoon fella. Moyes looked a bit stressed and tired at his presser. I think he is about 110 years old, isn't he? It's his birthday today, Damien, so let's fucking ruin that for him. Kieran, all right, fella. How we doing, mate? Thanks for it. What's the time over there? No disrespect. No, I agree with you there. It isn't disrespectful. I wouldn't consider it disrespectful to make a comment like that because body language plays a lot. Like it plays a big part. You can kind of tell quite a bit from people. He didn't look comfortable, did he? I mean, he's had his squad kind of pilfered a bit. He needs Villa to win today. They're losing at the moment. It's difficult. It is difficult. Is this live from West Ham Stadium today? It is. Yep. We'll have Connor on doing the watch along, mate. All the news as it comes to you. He'll be doing the watch along and commentating as we go through the game. So yeah, I think how's everyone feeling today anyway? Now that this lineup's out, let me see if I can get an Everton lineup. Let's see what I can get. Bear with me. It's all state of the art here. All state of the art. Yeah, Ronnie O'Sullivan and Higgins. I used to work in the Prince Regent Hotel in Chigwell. I don't know if you know it, but matey boy Ronnie O'Sullivan used to live next door, so he used to come in for a cup of coffee with his dad. And he also used to go and play snooker at one of the snooker clubs in Walthamstow, Riley's. Absolute legend, Ronnie O'Sullivan. I've had many a good conversation with him. He's an absolute gentleman, in my opinion. So I'll be cheering him on. And he is definitely one of the greatest snooker players to have ever played. My partners at the stadium, I hope they have a good day. Gary Neville, don't look at him in the tunnel, lol. I'm not surprised. Right, I've got the Everton line up here. 1 second. Do it for the gaffer. Happy birthday, Moisey. Hopefully not. Dad's Our Job podcast. How we doing, buddy? Really been enjoying your channel lately, bud. Thanks a lot for the entertaining stuff, mate. Unfortunately, I appreciate you being here, Richie, but I'm hoping we're going to beat you today. I'm saying Moyes. It's the midnight kickoff for me, not ideal. Fucking hell, Kieran, you put in a graph being up. How come you couldn't go? It's a shame. Would acknowledge him after the game, not before. Yeah. I think he's a bit of a shit ass personally. Thingy, but yeah. Right, here's the Everton lineup. I fucked that there, haven't I? What have I done there? All right, we'll just keep it there. Pickford, O'Brien, Tarkowski, Keane, Mialenko, Ghana, McNeil, Dewsbury Hall, Ndiaye, Barry, Travers, Peterson, George, Diblin, Coleman, Alcaraz, Rule, Armstrong. Yeah, so their team is what we would have expected to see. Nothing really there that worries me much. Let's see. Where we at? All good here, mate. Happy to come on for a quick chat as I'm clearing out the garage. No worries, mate. I might actually take you up on that in a minute, bud. If only we'd beaten Wolves 3-0 and kept 1 goal back for the Palace game. Yeah, you're telling me if we could have split, if we could have split that. Have I got a way to send you a link, mate? How could you send me if you send us a message on Facebook, on our Facebook, and I'll ping you a link, mate, and see if we get you on. I can go as I'm not used to crowds. Yeah, it's going to be a busy one today as well. Probably best bet, watch it from the sofa. You ain't got to pay £7.80 a pint or whatever it is these days. You ain't got to deal with a stop-start getting out. The stadium's actually not that bad in terms of having like too many people. It's not too bad outside the stadium. It's inside the stadium. It's when you get outside the stadium. 1 second. 1 minute, guys. Peter, that Diblin hasn't been given a chance considering he's back. That is David Moyes, though. That's one of the things that frustrated us about David Moyes, isn't it? Having said that, would you come on? Watch Barry score low. Okay, got it. Or ask my number from Russ. No worries. You. There we go. I'll text Russ. I'll get your number, mate, and we'll sort something out. Need someone in the dressing room to give a rousing team talk before the game. Don't think Nuno's capable of doing one for games like this. Paco looks capable, though, doesn't he? So that would be good. My only problem deep down on Moyes JWP, he was insistent on picking him because it was one sign in the summer. Yeah. Where we at? Okay, Moyes JWP was insistent on picking him because it was one of his signs. Yeah, and I don't blame him. It's kind of like making a point in the sand, like kind of making a line in the sand. I think he wanted to kind of have a bit of authority, I guess. He wanted to kind of show that he was still in charge of the club, which unfortunately at that time he really wasn't. What have we got here? He didn't want to be seen to the board. He spent 30 million on a player, not making our strongest 11. Wanted a final say, recruitment with his contract renewal. No worries. Right, we've got Dad's Our Job podcast. I think he's going to jump in with us now, have a bit of a chat. Can you hear us, Adam? No. Let's say yes. You all right, mate?
Yep. Yeah, all right. How you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. It's going to be a nervy afternoon, I think.
Oh, definitely, mate. It's definitely squeaky bum time today. Definitely.
Oh, how do you see it going, given the lineup?
Given the lineups, I mean, it's so hard to call. So I think it's a David Moyes side, isn't it? So we know how they're going to be in terms of in their stubborn nature, in terms of being defensive away from home. But it could go either way. We could see Nuno literally go full gung ho against and try and take opportunities away from David Moyes. It's in the balance, mate. I can't really call it. I really can't. But I do hope we do get the points, because I was walking my dog about half hour ago, and a Spurs fan, one of my neighbours, pulled up. He went, you're going to lose today. We're going to beat Wolves. We're going to go above you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, right, okay. He goes, if you lose today, you're finished. It's like, okay, I'm hoping we win today and Spurs lose.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be easy for Spurs. I know that much for a fact. Mandy's here in the chat. Afternoon, Mandy. Everyone, hi everyone. Bookies makes us favourites to win. I see why they are as well, because I really think, you know, with Somerville and Bowen, I was just saying a little while ago, they're speedy and they can get their centre backs are going to struggle without Branthwaite there to kind of break play up. They're going to struggle to contain them too. I was a little bit upset last night when we didn't see Traore get on against Palace. I think that game was screaming out for him. Yeah,
agree. I mean, I think Bowen was. I think he was pocketed against Palace on Monday. I think the young Crystal Palace defender, I think he was fantastic. He was superb, and I don't think Bowen got the better of him at all. And I thought maybe Traore could have offered that level of physicality against that young defender, and I think we could have got the better of him. But maybe Nuno saw it as a point gained, and then try and look at capitalise against Moyes today. So who knows? Maybe we might see a Traore cameo today.
I really don't like that attitude. That it seems to be a perceived attitude as well from Nuno, that he's happy to settle sometimes. I think that when you're in our position, you've got to try and win every game. And I'm not saying we should go out and go, 11 men up top. But we were in charge of that game the other day. We were controlling that game. We didn't look like the team that was sitting at the bottom of the league flirting with relegation.
No. That first half looked really, really positive, didn't it? Really positive. But in the second half, it was like they had Palace to get back in the game, and unfortunately, like as soon as Mateta and Kamada came on, it almost felt like we was on the back foot. So I think we just got to judge it on the basis of what it was, and I think we kind of come away from a point. People look at it as 2 points dropped, but it's still a point gained, and we've still got breathing space between Spurs. And it just wished it was 4 points to kind of make this weekend a lot more easier to enjoy, but unfortunately it doesn't work out like that, does it? So hopefully he's made the right decision in terms of being cautious and still gaining a point, but hopefully he's got to go for the jugular today. We've really got to go for it today.
I really didn't want it to come down to having Spurs in touching distance. I just thought that having that bit of a gap would have just damaged their morale a bit more as well. Because if you look, if you see now, they can walk into that changing room today and say, "Look, we win today, and West Ham are back in the relegation zone." Whereas if we had got 3 points the other night, which was perfectly possible, then even if they won today, they'd still have work to do, and that would have kept their heads dropping. And there's something wrong there, because obviously, as Russ touched on the other day, they posted an ad for a psychologist, like a therapist for the team.
Yeah.
So,
and it was on LinkedIn as well, wasn't it? So imagine the amount of applications from West Ham fans going there, going, "I'll tell you what, I can sort them out." And kind of
someone was
imagine them. Go on, mate.
So someone was saying to me yesterday, I had a bit of barbecue last night. I was talking to a United fan. He said to me, he goes to me, "Do you know what would be a laugh if Karen Brady turns up at Tottenham next season as their new CEO?"
Oh, yeah, but then we get Levy as well.
Oh dear. Mind you, he didn't want to spend any money, but he's definitely done a bit more for Tottenham than Brady's done for us.
Maybe it's more of a be careful what you wish for on the Spurs front, then, isn't it?
Yeah, well, exactly that. But that's the thing. I find it so. I find it so disgusting the way that West Ham fans are treated in the media, because when we said, "Look, Moyes just ain't playing the style of football we want," we want him out. We weren't saying we didn't like Moyes. We were just saying we weren't enjoying the style of football. We wanted to push on. He wasn't the man to take us to that next level, and that's what we all wanted. So because we dared to dream, we were told to be careful what you wish for. You're all idiots. But then Tottenham were like, we want Frank out, and then all Talk Sport are like, yeah, no, fair play. And then some absolute clown was on there the other day saying, "Oh, I want to play the Tottenham way." I know that people say about the West Ham way, but we clearly understand. John Lyle, go for it. You leave everything out on the pitch. That's the West Ham way. What the fuck is the Tottenham way?
The Tottenham way is like they want the superstars. From my perception of the Tottenham way, going off by my mates, I've got very, very close mates. I grew up literally from the womb with them, and they've always got this perception they want world-class players. Like when they signed Robbie Keane and they get on their IELTS, they signed him from, I think they got him from Leeds or something. They were like, "Oh, he's world-class. Oh, he's world-class." Or Jermaine Defoe, "Oh, he's a world-class." Van der Vaart, "Oh, he's world-class." And they get on their literally high horse about world-class players. And I think that's what their sort of way is that they're bedazzled by the names and the lights, and they love it. They absolutely love it. But the Tottenham way is they sign all these players and they don't win nothing. That's the Tottenham way. Yeah,
you're not wrong. They had, in my opinion, the greatest striker of our generation, of this generation. Yeah. They've had the greatest goal scorer this country has, maybe even the greatest goal scorer this country's ever birthed, and they still didn't win anything with him. They still didn't win anything. And then obviously last season they got their Europa League. But I mean, let's be honest. That Europa League final was a poorer quality. Man United were a poorer quality opponent than Fiorentina were for us in the Conference League.
Yeah.
That was a terrible final. And if you just look now at how Man United have kicked on, given the fact that they lost, and compare that to how Tottenham have reacted, it shows everything, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
So
what's your thoughts on today's game then? It's like a Tottenham podcast. Let's talk about West Ham. What's your general thoughts?
I think it will be. I want us to win, but I think it's going to be 2-2.
Yeah, Desmond. Yeah, I can't see beyond that personally. I think you're pretty much in the right area. What I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think I just can't. I can't see us keeping a clean sheet. Tarkowski's a bit of a bastard from corners and set pieces, and we're vulnerable from set pieces. Hermansen could come out today though and have an absolute weldy because he's got it in his locker. It's one of them games. It's so finely balanced. It could be 2-2, could be 3-1, could be 3-1 either way. It could be 0-0. It's one of them. It's just so hard to predict.
Yeah, 100%. We're so evenly matched, aren't we? That's the problem.
Yeah, and I think we're quite lucky. Nuno has somehow kind of done something other managers have struggled to do and turned that stadium into a bit of a fortress. So I'm hoping today the sun's out. People are all. I guarantee you, there's people in Stratford today already tanked up, ready to go. Sun's out. The beer gardens are going to be full. Karen Brady's gone.
This is the first game without her, isn't it? So, do you think there'll be a level of good, positive vibes in the stadium today, knowing that she's not there anymore?
I think it's going to be. I think the club will do like an obligatory thank you to Karen Brady before the game, and I think it's going to backfire big time.
Can you imagine it?
I've got a feeling it's going to be like if they try and run off all the rubbish they were saying the other day about her being responsible for the sale of Declan Rice and all that. Anything. If her picture even goes up on a board, you can expect some booing. There'll be. I mean, at the Palace game the other day, all I could hear was West Ham supporters singing accusations against David Sullivan. When you've got your own chant for something like that, it's not the best thing for you, is it? And it's probably not going to be the best thing for business. But how do you feel about that? Do you think what's your opinion on the whole Brady going?
I said this on Amber's Football TV earlier this week. I feel rather melancholy about it because it almost feels like the damage is done, and regardless regardless that she left last week or last year or whatever, I think there's been too much change that's gone on, and it's going to take years and hundreds of millions of pounds to fix to try and get our identity back. We're never going to go back to Upton Park. That's done and dusted. But what we can do is we can restore our identity and our crest, as I think our club crest is quite feels very Arsenal. And I know Sean Whetstone mentioned about toying with the idea of getting Angus Kinnear as our replacement, but he was kind of like the mastermind in terms of changing the brand and the identity. And I think we just need to go back to basics in terms of what this club is. And I think probably one of our best kits over the past few years is the fact that it's just been the Hammers. You've not seen London on the badge, you've not seen West Ham United or whatever. And I think that we need to focus on that and the origins of what this club is, which has kind of got lost in terms of when Brady's been in charge. I think there could be some positive light in terms of we're going to go in that direction, but we've lost our home and we'll never really get that back. And I think we've got to try and have some sort of rebirth with the way we go forward, and that is exciting, but it ain't going to happen overnight. So that's why I'm a bit disappointed at the fact that it's had to go on so long.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of my biggest problems was just the move away from tradition and heritage into a corporate uniform. It's like seeing one of your mates who used to neck 25 pints on a Friday night wearing a suit, or matching pajamas or something with his missus. You kind of look at something, you're like, what have you done?
How do you know what I'm doing now?
coming down Green Street, seeing just that Dr. Martin stand, with the hammers, the castle on the front, and just to see him, it just looked iconic, and the badge just looked like a proper badge. The fact that now it's just plain, it's just got the hammers and then London underneath. I hate that. We don't need London underneath. Like, I know what they're saying about making it more marketable to other countries, but the best way to do that is to just be better at the game, or get a scouting department set up in those countries and bring Americans over here. Bring people in like from Japan, Korea. Have people. That's how Man United did. Well, Man United are massive anyway, but they're that's how they helped their brand, was by signing players from those countries.
I think in response to that, I mean, Man United didn't need to sign a Japanese player to have a good market out there. No. I think they didn't sign the Japanese player until they got Kagawa, and that was under, what was that? Must have been 8 years ago, something like that. It was the first Japanese player to play for Man United. Yeah. So I think that kind of, yes, it does work in a way. When you look at Spurs when they signed Heung-min Son, their sort of global appeal in South Korea just skyrocketed, didn't it? Yeah. But again, really, what did they benefit from that? Well, not much. I mean, they're still in a relegation fight despite him leaving.
There's been an uptake in West Ham shirt sales in Argentina since we signed Tati and Pablo.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so there is some network in that.
Yeah, but it happens when we sign Italians as well. There's quite a big uptake in Italy when we sign Italians.
Yeah, especially if it's from Lazio as well. Like, we've got a really good relationship with Lazio, obviously with Di Canio and that sort of rapport. So West Ham fans and Lazio ultras tend to get on pretty well. That tends to happen, and it works both ways. I mean, there's West Ham fans that go out and buy Lazio shirts because of Di Canio, or they're going out to buy Betis shirts because of 4-0, because of how well he was at the club, and that's what I like to see. I think that's the only way we're gonna. That's what our identity is about. It's not about chasing the buck. It's about supporting the cult players when they've gone elsewhere because they've done their service at the club. yeah, I'll say that commercially, I think, you know, it's great. It's great signing a player, but you've got to sign the player for the right reason. You can't just sign a player because they're going to open up a market somewhere. Like we've been constantly linked with Jonathan David, and he never signed for us, even on a free. But and even it was the goalkeeper we were after before Hlametson signed, Suzuki.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're good. They're good players, but they've got to come for the right reasons. Otherwise, it's just no point. It's just the commercial side to it's just going to fail.
yeah, 100%. And this is why I'm a fan of letting your football do the talking.
Yeah,
just if you're good and you're entertaining, people will tune in to watch. There's teams in that Spanish league. I couldn't even tell you every team in La Liga because I'm not interested in them. Like,
yeah,
and there'll be people over here. Do you reckon people are sitting in Spain going, "Oh, fucking hell, Wolves are playing Tottenham today. I think I'll tune in and watch that."
yeah.
So it's, but I think it's such. The last few times I've been to the London Stadium, I've said it a few times. I feel like a customer, not a supporter,
Yeah,
and that's one. I think that might just be football in general now, but it just feels that way because the stadium doesn't really feel like home. There's nothing there that really makes you look at it and see West Ham. There's no kind of iconic tower outside. You know, it's. I mean, fair enough. They've got the gates in there in the club shop, but even then, like I don't know if they put portaloos in since I last went, but there was one toilet in the bottom of the club shop, and that was it on the concourse. Even
really?
that, yeah, just getting that wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you can't get if you go in the stadium, you can't get back out. So if you want a fag, or you want to chill out with your mates, and you're all sitting in different parts of the stadium, you can't do it. Once you're in, you're in. And it's just even that, like, who's responsible for making these decisions? It beggars
Yeah,
belief. Moving on the the supporters outside the supporters channels doing interviews and stuff. I mean,
yeah. That wasn't on. I mean, like they're free to do whatever they want outside the stadium, but they obviously feel they need to protect the area because once you go past the security gates like you would do through Stansted to go on holiday, then it's a kind of a free reign. But like, yeah, it's the management process and the side to it. But hopefully, you think because of the state it's in, because the operators are losing taxpayer money on a regular basis, pointing the fingers at West Ham. But at the end of the day, they're the ones that agreed to deal as much as we did. So
yeah,
they need to be held accountable for that. But I think hopefully, not so with things, murmuring in the background in terms of takeovers and potential agreements with the stadium operators to take ownership of that. Because again, PAI Capital done that, didn't they? They had
yeah,
they had that all agreed before they even put a bid in for the club. So it
yeah.
is possible. It's just having the right people in charge to make the
And
right decisions.
I do think there's a deal to be done there because the stadium itself, with its current operating costs and the lease that's been agreed for the length of time, there is a deal to be made there because that would technically be seen as a distressed asset to the government. So it
Yeah,
would almost be worth giving it away. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to give us the stadium, but it would be more cost effective for them to give us that stadium than to carry on
yeah,
managing it till the end of our lease.
yeah. And I think that although we're saying about Karen Brady leaving and stuff, and what, but I think probably that's the only thing that she did do right was to hold that government the ransom over
Yeah,
putting this in a 99-year lease. And now the government are like, well, they can't just kick us out, and they have to contribute to another stadium elsewhere. And I think that deal was always set up to fail on the government's part, so that we come in and save the day. But again, that just hasn't really worked out as quickly as they anticipated.
no,
But who knows? Maybe Kretinsky can come in. He can purchase the stadium off them, or agree a deal very similar to what Man City have got, to be able to develop it and run the operating costs. And hopefully there could be some light at the end of the tunnel. But that sort of thing is it's that's for another debate, I think. Ain't going to tackle it on today. So.
No, of course not. But I mean, there's definitely, for me, I think seeing a businessman like Kretinsky stepping up a bit shows that he's worried about his investment.
Yeah.
And he wants to secure it because that's all it is to him. Sullivan's guilty of a lot of things, and apparently he's a supporter, although what he does wouldn't suggest that. But I think that's the problem, is that he's too involved. And I look at, when I compare Kretinsky and Sullivan, I see Sullivan as the car boot sale burger van, and I see Kretinsky as, you know, like a massive, like Gordon Ramsay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. Kretinsky is a cash cow. He knows how to generate money. He knows how to generate income. I think he's added £5 billion onto his already fortune, and I think even his dad's worth twice the amount he is. So when his dad dies, he's going to get a lot of inheritance or wealth from that. So he's going to literally, he's a perfect person to have in terms of the amount of money he's got, the fingers in pies in different companies like Foot Locker, Sainsbury's, Post Office. You've got all the supermarkets in France. Yeah, there's loads of stuff. You go on his portfolio, I think it's EPH Holdings. Yeah. You go on the website, you see what they've got. It's phenomenal in terms of the financial sustainability attached to it. It's insane. So it does give me a lot of reassurance that our owner won't go bust like the biscuit barons in Iceland. Yeah. Or if David Sullivan can't sell a Craze film quick enough. So there is that kind of comfort of Kretinsky behind it. But yeah, it just needs to get football people in now. Now Brady's not here, and make the right decisions for the club and restore faith. It's
not only that; it's the isolation. David Sullivan has isolated himself from a lot of other football owners by being a piss taker. By trying to undercut clubs and just trying to hold people to ransom. Now,
not just clubs in England, is it? It's clubs abroad as well. Like that's why the Dildo Brothers thing come into thing, didn't it? Because they're pissing about with Carvalho signing from Sporting.
Yeah, exactly that. And now we've got this club that just don't want to do business with us anymore because of that. Yeah. And I think Kretinsky is going to offer that, but also. Brady's been his right-hand man for 30 years, and now he's on his own. So he's an isolated old man who's running out of ideas and allies. And then you've got this shark that's circling, I think. And Kretinsky will have friends who have money, who he will quite happily punt the club to, you know, if he needs a bit of investment. So yeah, but I mean, if it was me and I had a few million quid, I definitely wouldn't be trusting it to David Sullivan.
Yeah, I think he's right. He's right to raise the alarm, and let's see what happens. What's the Fulham Aston Villa result in a minute?
It's just finished 1-0 to Fulham, so that dent in Everton's European hopes, which might help us. But again, Villa have been one of them teams. I think we could have beaten them the other week, but we just weren't at it really.
Yeah.
But it was they seem. I hope they pick it up before they play
Spurs.
But again,
I think part of that's probably because they've got European football this week, haven't they, or the week coming up. So then they play. So hopefully they're trying to secure the result in the first game against Forest, and then maybe they might, you know, put on that charge for Champions League football as well by beating Spurs the following week. So, we're surmising too much here.
I think it's just a case of looking forward. I think we just got to do. We got 5 games left. We need to get as many points as we can out of those 5 games, and that's our responsibility. We can't do anything about the teams that are going to play Spurs. We can't read into anything. It is advantage us. It's only 2 points. But it is advantage West Ham, you know.
Considering where we were, like, before Disassi signed, what was it? It was 9 points adrift at the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
And you thought, when we lost to Forest, it's like, that's it, we're down. The game over.
Yeah.
But to be 2 points above the relegation zone in that short space of time is phenomenal. And I think regardless if we go down or stay up, I think Nuno deserves a hell of a lot of credit. I've not been his biggest fan. I think he deserves a lot of credit for giving a proper fight in this relegation.
Yeah, 100%. He deserves a lot of credit. 100%. It can't be understated how vital he's been for the team.
Yeah,
he's done really well. But I got a little Statman Ben special for you here. Jared Braithwaite is obviously out of the game with an injury. Looks like he's out for the rest of the season. Do you know Tottenham? Everton's win rate drops by 20% when he's not in the squad.
Blimey.
That's an insane drop off. That is, you'd almost argue ours would be similar without Bowen.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. That is very interesting. Hopefully that continues today.
Yeah. I think got a comment here. Can't give a manager credit if we still get relegated.
No, I think he can. I think he can, because considering the circumstances he came in, he started his job without a transfer budget, and then he got into January window. He took a lot of players out in terms of Paquetá's gone, Ward-Prowse has gone, who I've got, Guido Rodriguez has gone. So there has been a turnover of personnel at the club, and then bringing Traore in for Sassy, Tati, Pablo. I think he's done, he can't say he hasn't done a good job, because I think he has. He gave us hope when he first was appointed. We had none whatsoever. So we're giving it a good go, and I think if we can go down with some credibility, if we do go down, hopefully we don't. But maybe he might stay. Maybe he might stay and keep us up, because that's in his contract. But he's also got a clause: if we go down, he can leave for free. So So I think his stock will definitely be retained by taking us on, and I think he has that, and we have reaped the rewards of it in a roundabout way.
He's taken a team that looked defeated, isolated, a team that didn't look familiar. He's taken that team and he's built camaraderie between the players. He's built positivity. He's turned a serially losing team who looked like we couldn't buy a win and turned them into a winning team. We kept one clean sheet all season before he came in, and he's done it.
And that was the game we beat him.
Yeah, exactly. But he's done all of this without his own team behind him. So I think even if we get relegated, if the season was to start now, I think we'd be in 12th. If the season was to have started when he joined us, we would have been in 12th. So I think you can give him all the credit in the world. I think he's not the manager I would have chosen. He's not the manager. When I said that I wanted Moyes, I'd had enough of Moyes. He's not the manager I would have gone for. But fuck me, am I glad that we've got him now helping us out? Yeah,
exactly that. Everyone's just got to think, if you get relegated, that's it, bin him off. But then what? What do you do? He leaves. Who's the manager that's going to come in? And bear in mind, he's made really good players out of players that we know have had potential, that have never really done it under the other managers, like Somerville. What he's done with Somerville this season has been fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And Mavropanos, now in contention for Hammer of the Year, that with the performances that he's been putting in.
That's the kind of thing that can't be understated. Is that he does make mistakes, but he's a football manager. That if he didn't make mistakes, we'd be top of the league. But at the same time, when you look at and it can never be forgotten what Graham Potter did to this team, what Graham Potter did to this squad was absolutely disgusting. He decimated the squad. It looked like it was done on purpose, because there's no way this was an accident, because you just look at the monumental state of the fuck up he's committed. And bear in mind that he gave us all this promise about this summer window activity is going to be so exciting. It's going to be the best one ever. And we're like, it is. Yeah, maybe we might be all right. Maybe we might be good. And then summer activity, nothing happened. So it was like, well, why promise something that you can't deliver? And it was just lied to him again, just kind of getting the fans on his side, and him being made feeling sorry for him. And in fact, he was part of the problem. That he got rid of Cresswell, Soufal, Antonio, because they were leaders in the dressing room. And when we was in games, losing games, and
you can't look to someone for answers. Then you're going to be in a bad situation. Like Cresswell's doing fantastically well at Stoke, and they've been saying he's too good for the Championship.
Yeah,
The way he's been playing.
I mean,
and 𝗠𝗪𝗃 is the best rated right back in Europe.
When we got rid of 𝗠𝗪𝗃, I knew that was the wrong thing to do. When we got rid of Emerson, even if they were going to play second,
Emerson, another one. I forgot about him. Yeah.
I mean, I know Emerson probably wanted to go, and that's fair enough because maybe he knew we were bringing in Diouf. But the way 𝗠𝗪𝗃 was treated by Potter is absolutely disgusting. So we've got this man who claims to be an intellectual empath, sociologist, PhD, or whatever he said he is, and how he's good with man-to-man management, and he absolutely binned 𝗠𝗪𝗃. Didn't even have a chat with him, just told him to piss off. And he, there was so much leadership to come from 𝗠𝗪𝗃, and there was still a Premier League player in there. The bloke's an absolute cowboy. But my main point is, regardless of what he's done, Nuno's had to come in and pick that dressing room up. The absolute mess that he's made of that squad, and Nuno's made it work. I don't think it can be understated what he's done for the club this season. However it goes from here on out. I think at first as well, I thought Potter was going to be a good appointment when we first got him. I thought, I could see how this could work. But I thought so as well. That's what a fraud does, isn't it? They misrepresent themselves, trick you, and take everything.
When Potter was appointed, I was so excited. I thought, British manager, highly rated amongst his peers. He had a bit of a tough time at Chelsea, but I think anyone went in there, you kind of give him a free hit on that. And then we had a few games. We had played at Aston Villa. We lost in the FA Cup, and you thought, I like the way that we're playing. And then me and my co-host, when we done it with a West Ham Arsenal podcast at the time, I had Sean Whetstone come on, and I was like, so Graham Potter's here. Like, really happy that we got him and stuff. And he went, he'll be gone soon. I went, what do you mean? He goes, he'll be gone soon. I'm like, why? He goes, he's only signed an 18-month contract and David Southern doesn't rate him. I'm like, so you've already put the doubt in my mind that this ain't a good idea. This, from the off, he's only managed 2 games. And then if you've got insiders saying, they don't really rate him on the person they've just appointed, it's like, this is going to end terribly. And it happened. The way it happened is exactly what I thought was going to happen after hearing what Sean Whetstone said. And it's just the same old palaver in terms of appointing the wrong person for the job. And it's like, just get the decision right from the off and put your hand in your pocket and invest in the people. I mean, we was after Amorim, wasn't we, at the time of 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗍. He has a meeting with him in his pawn house, and he says, I can't get on with him because he's got a certain philosophy. But it was exactly the same philosophy what Steidten wanted to implement in signing all these players, playing 3 at the back, 4 in midfield, and 3 out front.
Yeah.
So then we ended up still signing those players, but then hiring a manager who's never played that way.
Yeah, and that was the problem as well. We'd gone from this is the biggest mistake as well. When everyone was saying about be careful what you wish for, when people were saying we'd had enough of Moyes, it wasn't that we'd had enough of him. It was that we wanted to take that next step. We wanted an attacking, progressive manager. We wanted to play better football. We wanted to go after games. We wanted to stop playing like underdogs and start taking teams on. So the board were like, again, we hear you, no worries, we'll make the change. Look, we're doing all this for you. In comes 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗍. We know he's a defensive manager, but his brief is to play attacking football. Fantastic, that's going to work, isn't it? And then we'll get rid of him, and then we'll get Potter in, who plays even more defensive football. We've made a load of attacking signings, but we'll bring Potter in, and then we've got half of 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗍's players here. Don't worry, because we're going to back Potter in January. He's going to strip out half the team, bring in his players, and then now Nuno's coming, and he's got this Frankenstein's monster of a squad that's got a bit of David Moyes, a bit of 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗍, a bit of Graham Potter, and it's just and now we've got a team that's got a bit of Nuno in it as well. And I think with the money we had, I think he did a good job. I would have preferred to have signed Promise David, but I think I can't complain about what he's done, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think Pablo, I know Tatty's already got a song and he shows passion and drive on the pitch and stuff. But I think Pablo's the one that's gonna really excel if we stay up in the Premier League. I think he's come under a lot of criticism at the minute. But I think, bear in mind, this geezer is the same age as Freddie Potts, and he's warranted a £27 million fee from Portugal League. I think that there's something not to be sniffed at with that. Like, there's a reason he's worth that and got the best agents in Europe in George Mendes. I think we need to have a bit more faith and patience with Pablo. So he's going to be a very, very good player in years to come. Very good player.
His work rate and his attitude are unbeatable. I can't say that enough. Like, he's the definition of, not the size of the dog in the fight. He's got something inside him, and he loves it. And Tatty will be looked at as, the wonder kid because he will score goals and stuff, but he's more of a goal scorer. But if we look at the goal that Tatty scored against Wolves the other day, that beautiful, the way that Pablo received the pass and without even looking, backheeled the ball perfectly into the feet of Tatty. You need a player to link. A goal scorer is a goal scorer. As long as they've got a bit of positional awareness and that they can stay calm, they'll stick the ball in the net if you put the ball in front of them. But what you really need, one of the most important, is a centre forward with vision like that, vision and technique like that, and the work rate of chasing people down, closing people down. I think he is that link, and I agree with you. I think he's going to be massive for us if we stay up.
Yeah, he will be. He will be. We just got to keep the faith of him. We really have, because he's got the credentials, and when you look at his stats of where he's been in the Portuguese league, he's a plus 10 goal or plus 15 goal striker. I think he scored 13 goals already in the first half of the Portuguese season. Yeah. So he's no mug. He knows where the net is. He just needs the same chance in front of goal that Mikel Antonio had when he first came to us, because everyone was very frustrated with Antonio. And then Vidic played him, and I remember the goal clearly. I was there at the game, and he was running. He was trying hard, workhorse. He tripped over his own feet. He fell over. The Southampton player's gone to kick the ball. He's ricocheted off Antonio's shoulder, and it's flew over and lobbed the goalkeeper and gone in. That was Antonio's first ever goal at West Ham. We just want Pablo to do the same. Now, Mikel Antonio is our leading Premier League goal scorer of all time because of that one comical goal that projected him into that. But it gave him the confidence. If he gets that ball in the back of the net, watch him go. Watch him soar.
Yeah. And
that first goal.
And this is the thing as well, like the confidence that breeds in them. The other thing is, when players come from the Portuguese league to the English league, traditionally you see a 30% drop off in form because the difference, Damien's just mentioned here, physicality, that difference in physicality between the two leagues. Now, if we're seeing Pablo at 30% less than his current form, we've got a very special player there once he's bedded in properly.
100%.
You
could have said it better. Couldn't have said it better.
That's what I reckon anyway. And people do always look at players and they go, "Oh, do they score goals?" But goals aren't the start and end of a football team. Tatty as well has the ability to make goals. Pablo has the ability to make goals, and I think if the chemistry between the two of them, which already looks like it's there, and apparently they work together a lot on the training ground. Once that chemistry clicks, the pair of them is going to be brilliant for us. I think if we get a chance to keep them both here next season, I think it's going to be special.
I mean, I reserve the judgment on Tatty. Because I think, like I say, you said wonder kid, and I'm not putting you up on that comment at all. I just think he's 27 years old. He's been around the block. He's played in the MLS. He's gone to Girona. He's gone to Lazio, and he's never been a prolific goal scorer ever. Anywhere he's been, other than MLS, I think he's never been a prolific goal scorer. And we've bought him to be the answer to be a prolific goal scorer. Now, again, in typical West Ham fashion, we're expecting him to be this 20-goal striker. He's never, ever, ever going to be that. And I think the sooner the fan base realise that, the better, because I think we're just putting a lot of pressure on him. He's a workhorse. He goes out, he drifts back, but he allows attacks to happen. And he's not necessarily going to be the goal scoring answer, but a lot of the build-up play will come through him.
That is what I thought Tati was going to be. If I'm honest, I thought Tati was going to be the 10, because he gets in and around out the left. He drop back, he'll get the ball. He created a lot more goals than he scored. And in my defence, he was considered a wonder kid on Football Manager at one stage in his life. but he's definitely. People will look at him. He looks. It sounds like I'm clutching, but honestly, I truly believe this. He's a very good looking bloke, and he looks like a player. Like, he looks like a typical goal scorer. Whereas Pablo, he looks. I mean, you'd think that Pablo was older out of them two, wouldn't you? With his hair and his big beard. He looks like he's seen some shit. He looks like Grizzly Adams, but so you look at him and you think, oh, which one of them two looks the business? The Argentinian lad with the tattoos and the loud haircut, or this bloke who looks like he spent 7 months in the jungle? But
he's just had a rap with Jimmy Bullard.
Yeah, but I really do think that Pablo is going to be the special one for us, and I think that he will. I think the pair of them are going to be important for us anyway.
Yeah.
But we've.
So, mate.
I mean, I hadn't even thought about it in the way that you've put it there, and I think you put it perfectly. He's the same age as Potts, as Freddie Potts.
Yeah.
And we're now kind of having the chat, or I'm having the chat. I can't speak for yourself, but that maybe Potts isn't what we all thought he was at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, again, that is another issue for me, and I do think he needs to be playing next to someone senior. And when every time Potts has played, he's always played next to Magassa. And Magassa is, I don't really want to delve into it too much, but I'm not his biggest fan, and I'll leave it at that. But I think if Potts plays next to someone more senior, then I think that's when you're going to see him grow and develop. I mean, the same thing happened with Mark Noble. Mark Noble, he was thrown in, and I think he played next to a young player, and he ended up losing his place and getting sent out on loan. But when he come back and played next to Scott Parker, Kevin Nolan, and then he became the senior, and then he played next to Declan Rice, and it's like, you can see that, and I can see Potts going that way. I just think if we twist on him too early, I think we'll end up regretting it. But he just needs to play next to the right people next to him. Like I say, I think I first saw his best game when, as a senior player, when we beat Newcastle 3-1 in November. I think that was the start of what I thought. Yeah, okay, he's going to be cementing the place here soon. But Nuno's I think that's probably one of Nuno's negatives, is that he's tweaked Potts too much, and now he only plays in next to Magassa. And now you've got Kante coming through. So then you think, well, is he better than Kante coming through playing in that position? And it's a sliding doors thing for Potts, I must say. But I think if we twist on him now, I think we'll end up regretting it later down the line, personally.
I think I do think that you're on something there as well about the seniority. When you look at the pedigree of the players that were there to tutor Mark Noble, I'm a firm believer in attitude over ability, and I feel like he hasn't got that senior player. Like, I mean, Souček, but I still don't think, I love Souček, but he's not Mark Noble. He's not he's not Scott Parker. He's not Kevin Nolan. And I feel like if he had someone there, the mentorship is what a lot of them players really need. A West Ham, not just a leader. They need like they need a Mark Noble, someone who's come through that academy. Someone I would love to know if Mark Noble gets involved with the first team and the lads that are breaking through, because I really feel like sometimes, like today, I would have Mark Noble in the changing room giving the speech today before the game to get lads up for it. I really think that is important.
He's probably there, mate. He's probably there.
I do hope so. I do hope so. But
So in terms of, we touched on Noble there quickly. I mean, there's a vacancy for a director of football. Do you think Noble is within a shout of that role?
what we're led to believe is that he's had a say in a couple of the players we've signed. So it was always my hope that he would be learning. I don't know whether it's biting a corner you can chew, but I think he loves the club. He does love the club, and I don't think anyone can kind of argue that. I think that it's going to be such an important appointment that I don't think I've seen enough from Noble to say whether or not he would be good enough to do the job. I would love it because he knows the West Ham way.
Yeah,
he knows the West Ham way. I had an advert pop up. He knows the West Ham way. He's been working with the youth team, so you can kind of see, what's going on in the academy.
He's got a big say in the academy, isn't he?
Yeah,
in terms of signing new deals for players over the past season and a half. I mean, he's tied up with 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗃, he's tied up Orford, he's tied up 𝗪𝗪𝘀𝗃. Who else has he signed up? There's a few other players, isn't there? 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗃, another one. He's tied that for a long-term deal. So he does see a player when it comes in, and I think he's been quite crucial in kind of securing those assets. I mean, 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗃 was linked with a move to the Bundesliga in January. Yeah. And now he's signed a new long-term deal and could be a really bright hope for the next striker coming through. So I think maybe the past few years since Mark Noble's entered the boardroom, I think maybe that has been his apprenticeship under Karen Brady. Funny enough, how ironic's that.
I do think that this is probably me over romanticising things, but I do think one of our biggest problems at West Ham is that there's not enough West Ham, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
there's not. And it was always my worry when Declan Rice left that we were letting that last bit of West Ham go. And even Cresswell, I'm not saying I'd want to see Cresswell out starting games on a weekly in the Premier League, but the leadership, just having him in the training ground, imagine like having the players to just lean on him, having someone to lean on like that.
I think that's what 𝗪𝗪𝘀𝗃 signed, didn't he? Re-signed, because he was let go and he was on the verge of retirement. And I think probably when Potter got rid of all those leaders, they needed a goalkeeper. And they needed someone to come back in, and they needed a goalkeeper, and 𝗪𝗪𝘀𝗃 kind of fit that bill. So I think Fab has a leadership say in that dressing room at the moment.
Yeah.
Despite him not playing, but he's still winning around. He knows what it's like, and it's a tough one. But we'll see what happens. I'd love to see, the romanticism of Noble becoming director of football, and it might happen.
Yeah,
because looking at what he's done in terms of his education, he's gone over to Harvard and he's befriended the Boston Red Sox owner that owns Liverpool. The Fenway Group.
Yeah,
so he's befriended the wife of the owner of the Fenway. They've gone over to baseball games and stuff. This is all part of Mark Noble's sort of education and that. And who knows? Maybe he does have a few irons in the fire to do that role. But yeah, let's see what happens, mate. But
I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. I don't know if he's an educated man. He's definitely not an idiot. He's a sensible bloke. When you look at what he's done with his money, you can tell he's not an idiot. He's invested all of that, and he got to the stage where he didn't have to play football anymore. The second he felt like his body was betraying him, he just gave it up and lived off the profits he'd made from buying all those flats over at Stratford. And fair play to him. He knew what he was doing with that money, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely been around 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗃 far too often over the past few years. But yeah, I think his retirement, it was a year later than what he anticipated because of COVID, wasn't it? So he wanted to come back and play in front of the fans, and there was constant. You knew that was going to be his final season because there was comments about he can't rely on me all the time, and I think he played an FA Cup game and he came on as a late sub, and we lost to West Brom or something like that, and it was almost like, yeah, he's right. We can't rely on him. We need to move on, and I think it kind of set the tone that you ain't going to be here forever.
Yeah,
that's that. Anyway, mate, I'm going to let you shoot off. I'll do your watch along. Hopefully we get 3 points today, and thanks for letting me come on.
No worries, mate. Always welcome.
Pleasure. Speak to you soon, mate.
Nice one. Get your likes in there for Dad's Our Job podcast. If you're not subscribed to him, get over and subscribe to his channel. Dad's Our Job. Passionate fan, talks a lot of sense. Yeah, been a absolute pleasure having you on this afternoon, mate. Thanks a lot for jumping on. Everyone, I've been seeing your comments. We've thank you that's very nice of you, Gazza. Cheers, mate. What a gent. What an absolute gent. I've been seeing your comments come through. Damien, you're not wrong. Centre forward, we do need a centre forward to build a team round, but I do think we're missing a bit of the West Ham. There we go. That's Our Job TV. As I said, get over and subscribe to him if you're not already subscribed. Brilliant, passionate West Ham fan. Brilliant, passionate bloke. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. When some of it was out, highlighted the lack of pace and the rest. 100% Trudge. Afternoon as well, Trudge. Sorry, mate. Frog, afternoon. Franco, afternoon. Mandy, that's it. Everyone get your bubbles in the chat. Let's flood our whole chat with bubbles. I don't want to see any comments unless there's bubbles involved. All right. I'm not even going to read your comment unless there's a bubble emoji. So get them bubble emojis in the chat. Here we go. Nice one, guys. I'm still feeling a bit nervy. How's everyone else feeling for this one? Damien, thanks a lot, guys. Let's get them bubbles going. That was a great chat. I really enjoyed that chat. That was a good one. The Rizlord, none of that, mate. None of that. I'm forever blowing. But I wonder if I can get done for that on copyright. Flip of a coin is how I feel. I feel exactly the same, Trod. I reckon 2-2, mate. I do. Go on, Gaza. Mandy's there representing. Look at all these bubbles. Love it. Love it. Now, Connor is going to be doing the watch along today. So thank you to everyone who has put up with me for the preview. At least you've got the smooth, subtle Irish tones of Connor to watch the game with. I'll probably jump on at half time with him. Let's go 1-1. We got 1-1 here. 1-0, Mandy. Go on. We got 3-1. Gaza, come on, mate. Let's get Connor in there.
What's going on?
Yeah, mate. It was really good, actually. Dad's Our TV's been on with me. We've had a good chat. He's jumped on, kept me company. I was just letting everyone know that they've had to put up with me for an hour and a half, so now they've got your smooth Irish tones for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, you're stuck with me, guys, unfortunately. So, no Anton today. I think he's on daddy duty. So,
it's also, I saw on Facebook, by the way, I've got to mention, it is Anton's wedding anniversary today. So, happy anniversary, Anton and Mrs. Anton.
Yeah, so I have it here now. So, yeah, it looks like there's a decent atmosphere today now. I'm hoping that some of the news during the week will spur a decent atmosphere out there. And, the sun is shining like it is here. Strangely, it's shining here in Dublin too. So, hopefully, the sun will be shining from a results perspective too. How you feeling, bud? I know we were chatting before you came online earlier. How are your nerves holding up?
Nah, it's not good. It's not good. It is not good. No, I think it's a flip of a coin. Trudge just said it there. It's a flip of a coin. It could go either way. It could be 3-1 West Ham. It could be, I think it's going to be 2-2, but it could easily be 0-0.
Yeah. Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, I'm glad that we kept. I'm guessing Damien was looking for Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. But I'm happy that we kept KWP in there. Juff, again, obviously there's talk that, maybe we could play Aaron Wan-Bissaka maybe left back. But anyway, I'm happy that we kept the back four the same. I'm just hoping we get a little bit more change from Bowen and Somerville, because Bowen on Monday and Somerville's quiet. Bowen just couldn't get going, really. He just kept... Anyway, so I'm just hoping that today we'll have a little bit more creativity, and then on the back of that creativity, being clinical, because that's the thing. I don't fear them too much going forward. Like, I think that, not that Beto is, the be all and end all, but I think he's a loss given he had scored a couple. Yeah. I'm not sure how good this Barry guy is. I haven't seen too much of him, but I haven't been overly impressed. And missing Branthwaite at the back could open the door a little bit. So feeling cautiously optimistic.
Let's hope so. But for now, I can see the bubbles are going. I can see the players on the pitch. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for the pre-match. Connor, I will jump on at half-time with you, mate.
Perfect. Right. All the best. Listen, thanks, man. Thanks for the last hour or two. Okay, guys. You're stuck with me, as I said. So I'm just looking at the lineup. It's been covered. It's in front of your screen. But obviously, Hermansen, Walker, Peters, Mavropanos, Disasi, and Juff. I'm happy we kept the same back four. Obviously, in the middle, no surprises there that we have Souček and Fernandez, and then Bowen and Somerville out wide, and Pablo and Castellanos. On TV here, it's slightly different. They've kind of gone with a 4-2-3-1 approach. I suppose you could describe it as such, but I think it's very much a 4-4-2 with Pablo playing ever so slightly behind Tati. So yeah, hope we're all feeling good. Bowen has led a bad game. Absolutely, Troj. Like, I'm not one of Bowen's, haters or anything like that. I think he's performed extremely well this season. Possibly hasn't got as many goals as previous seasons, but his goals and assists, are right up there. So I just think that for us to stay up, we need our best players playing at the highest levels. That's all I'm saying. No criticism here for Bowen. I see all the bubbles were flowing here earlier. Frog in the wall, fair play to Forrest. Yeah, like that was just something I didn't see coming off Pickford, by the way, lads. Doing this in his walkout, like Pickford, lads. Really would like to stick a couple past him. You got fellow Irishman, Jacob Ryan playing right back, Tarkovsky, Michael Keane, Mikolenko, Gay and Garner, Barry up front as mentioned, and then we got McNeil, Trisby Hall, and Ndai as well. So thanks, Damien. Yeah, I know. I would typically, I usually do the pre-match, and I'll just, I'll put everything on Do Not Disturb. I'll be sitting downstairs, in front of the TV. But today I am obviously on watch along duty. So yeah, we're any minute now. I'm going to put everything on Do Not Disturb. I will, of course, everyone be keeping tabs on the Spurs game. This is obviously my primary focus. But I will be, as I say, keeping tabs. Let's have a look at the lineup for Spurs. So Solanke, I'm reading it from the top down because it's on live score. Solanke, Simons, Bissouma, Colomwani, Conor Gallagher, Bentancur. Bentancur was good last week. Jed Spence, Mickey Van de Ven, Danso, Poirot, and our friend Kinski. Okay, so we're about to kick off, guys. Let's strap ourselves in there. This is a big one. Huge game. I'm going to have a little bit of a slurp. Bubbles are flying. Fernandez about to get us underway. Yeah, please cook. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Man, you're watching the Spurs game also. Don't blame you. You can keep me posted. I will be flicking across on the old tabs here. Any issues, questions, the like, if you can't hear me. The last time I was doing a watch along, I had a few technical issues. But yeah, so game is underway. Okay, so it's back at Hermansen, and he's lofted it wide right. Pablo challenging, but it's gone straight for a throw-in in the Everton half. You're calm. Damien's calm. Frog on the wall. Yeah, I'm forever checking blood pressure. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my towels on my watch here. It could be in the stratosphere in the not too distant future. As you'll notice, there's no time in the screen, so I'll just be calling. You all know what time it is, but I'll be calling out the times just to make sure that we're all kind of on point here. I'm ahead of you, okay, and you can hear me loud and clear. Good stuff. Ball wide out with Juff and Somerville has played it back and forth, and we're back to 𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗖𝗛, who plays alongside to 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗀. Looks like he's going to play it long. He's gone back to Mads to do, I assume, the same to back to 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗀's correct. Feeling inexplicably optimistic. So the long ball down the wing. Bowen is going to get there, but he can't keep it in, and it's a goal kick to Everton. Decent ball over the top there. Just Bowen just had a lot to do and couldn't quite keep it in. But yeah, I think some of those kind of balls over the top, that type of thing, will be, I suppose, used on both sides, I would suspect. Here's our friend Pickford with his beautifully slick back hair, about to take the kickoff. Yeah, big day, big atmosphere, big performance needed. Yeah, absolutely. What time am I on? I am on 1 minute and 41 seconds. How does that sound? Am I ahead or behind? Bit of a challenge between Barry and 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗀. Needless to say, 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗀𝗀's came out on top, played it back to the keeper, and then 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗀 has it in the bottom corner, and he's gone back to Mads, who's gone wide to Juff, back to 𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗖𝗛. Just kind of playing the ball around the back, just getting a few touches on the ball to settle a few nerves. And that is going to be Everton throw. Kyle Walker-Peters, who couldn't quite get out of his feet, was closed down, and a bit of a ricochet, and it's Mykolenko now taking the throw in about halfway between the halfway line and the penalty box. Everton's first, a little bit of possession here, and we're back with Tarko. Yeah, you're ahead of me. That's okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just on whatever I can find. Decent ball here for Everton. They're in the edge of the box, but it's been cleared. It did sound like I was saying in. They weren't quite in, but they did have a definitely touch in the box there. Got a shot away, but it was obviously blocked. So no danger. It's gone wide to Mykolenko. He's going to whip this in, you would have thought. He's just gone back to McNeil. Good ball in, cleared by 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗀𝗀. And it's gone back. Mykolenko again. Yeah, so 3 minutes and 20 odd seconds in. Just game looking to sell. Everton have actually kind of put their foot in the ball the past couple of past minute or so, and looking reasonably bright. It's gone out wide to Mykolenko again. It's going to look to trying to put the ball in. 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗀𝗀 clears it out, flicked on, and it's back to with Everton at the back here now. So they've gone all the way back to the keeper. Yeah, like KWP, the attitude, think he's catching material. Shame he's borderline backup. Yeah, we'll see what happens over the course of the game. He's been pretty good recently, Kyle Walker-Peters. It's a bit of a shame that Aaron Wan-Bissaka was kept behind after international duty in quite strange political circumstances. Very, very long ball there from Pickford, goes straight through to Mads Hermansen. We're back with 𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗖𝗛 here, who's gone out wide to Juff, and back to 𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗖𝗛 again. And Mads is on it as well. Yeah, I'm really hoping that we can kind of get off to a quick start here. You know, a couple of chances, obviously, ideally a goal or two would really settle the nerves, because this is obviously as big as it gets for a Saturday afternoon, given Spurs playing at the same time. Souček on the ball there, just couldn't quite angle or build an angle for himself, and ended up clearing it out for a throw in. So it's an Everton throw in the West Ham half. Yeah, Everton maintaining possession. Yeah, I'm not liking it too either. I've kind of noticed that over the past couple of games, we've kind of had relatively slow starts and kind of kicked on from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to getting buzzed here, so I'm going to put this away. And that was a ball over the top and decent ball, but the Everton player couldn't bring it down, and it's gone out for a West Ham goal kick. Yeah, if Hermansen can release the ball that's slightly bit quicker, would be great. We're just playing a lot around the back, kind of between 𝗪𝗁𝗀. 𝗪𝗁𝗀's gone along the line to Kyle Walker-Peters, who probably could have taken it down there. Really, he tried to head it on. Matheus Fernandes kind of snapped in there around the halfway line, but it was either a foul or it was either play on or not a foul. And Everton at the back. But yeah, that was actually quite good in the end. It looked like the Everton defence was kind of under a lot of pressure there, but a reverse ball has got them away. Mykolenko down the left-hand side. Njai, he's played it around for Mykolenko. He's got great tackle from Kyle Walker-Peters. Very good tackle. Yeah, we could do it, getting a few passes going, just it's a not while Everton haven't carved any chances out, we could do with just getting a few passes going. Haven't had an attack of our own yet. 6 minutes and 57 seconds gone so far, so we're still in the very, very early stages, but at the same time my nerves have not been allayed. Long throw in from Mykolenko, headed on. Oof, that was quite a decent head on. Flick on, should I say, from Everton. But now we have a chance to break, and it's cut out, and Diouf will take the throw in. That was quite a decent long throw routine. Don't want to see too many more of them, ideally, because they won the ball quite easily, flicked it on, looped back to the back post. Just luckily that we had the cover, but it could really have gone anywhere, I suppose. Still playing around the back. Matheus Fernandes has dropped very, very deep to assist there. Out to 𝗪𝗁𝗀. He's going to look to play it long, and he does. Very long. Very, very, very long, all the way through to Pickford, and would have gone out for a goal kick if he hadn't intercepted it. So, Villa going off the boil now just isn't good news. Yeah, I didn't watch the game earlier, but I was keeping tabs on live score, and it didn't look like they had much going on. But with a bit of luck, they can do the business next weekend. Obviously, another key game. I won't be around next week. I'm going to be in Hong Kong. So I'm going to be tuning in from Hong Kong. And then from there, I will be in Japan. So it'll be quite it wasn't planned to be a bit of a different experience watching the run-in from the Far East. But Somerville's got the ball at the edge of the box, goes to play across for Bowen. Bowen's got a chance here. Just gets it blocked down. Again, he just had the chance to, it's free from Souček, just to cut him down. Bowen had the chance there, just kind of wide right of the box, did the usual, try to shift onto his left, just there was bodies in the way. You're just hoping that Bowen can use those as a guide. We'll see it again here. They're just showing the free kick that Souček just chopped him down. He knew what he was doing. Didn't want the break happening. And Somerville just kind of came laterally across the box, played a beautiful ball to Bowen. Bowen just took 2-3 touches to kind of get it really under his spell, which gave them a chance to kind of come back and to block it. But first kind of real half chance, that's who you want in those positions, is Bowen. Good play from Somerville across the box, finding that pass. If you can see a bit more of that, I'll be feeling an awful lot better. There was a few kind of niggly small fouls there. So we're back with Tarkowski at the back, just shy of the halfway line for Everton. Fernandes, again, dropping back level with the centre-backs. Yeah, he's done that since Paqueta. Too much space in the middle for Everton. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. Somerville better than Bowen. Yeah, I don't know. Just checking here. Souček plays a quick ball. It's gone to Somerville, who is on his bike straight away. Go on, Somerville. He's breaking the defenders. There's quite a few around him, and he earns a free kick. By 25 yards out, Tarkowski is not impressed. He's sporting the slick back Pickford hairstyle. Not quite as much hair product in for 𝗪𝗃𝗲𝗁, so it's a bit of a nicer look, I would say. But Somerville, picked the ball up just shy of the halfway line and just went for it, head down. And Garner does take him down. There might be a slight touch on the ball. It's hard to say, really. I think it's a free kick. So you'd have to think that we're going to try and swing this in. Spurs dominating Wolves. Thanks from Andy. I'm guessing it's still 0-0. I haven't checked. I see it here. Live scores 0-0. Bonus to goal. Yes, Ben. I think it's time. Let's have a look now how we're setting this up. It's Juff and Fernandez. Juff's balls haven't been quite on the money in the last couple of weeks. I've thought, at least. But we've got some big, huge noggins in there. So we've got Mav, who I'd love to see. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧. Obviously, we've got 𝗪𝗃. So Juff with the ball, floated in. It's headed harmlessly over the top by 𝗪𝗃. We did get the ball, did win the first ball or get the first connection, but it was too lacking in power from Juff. Really, you'd want to have a bit more zip on it so that you can use the power of the ball. 𝗪𝗃 had a huge amount to do there, really. And you're never scoring from there, unfortunately. And we're out for a goal kick, and that's already been taken. And 𝗪𝗃𝗁𝗧 is going to go long. In fact, he's not. He tricked me. Back to Michael Keane and out to Mikolenko now. Yeah, should have the yellow card. Yeah, I think you might be right. Oh, Bowen has won the ball here. It's gone to Pablo. Pablo's that's got to be a foul. Play on. Pablo's kept the ball somehow. Watch your house, Matheus Fernandes. We're in big trouble now. There's a break 3-on-2 for Everton. It's gone wide. Oh, there was nearly a bicycle kick effort at the back post. Everyone in the stands could see what was happening there. We had closed them down. Matheus Fernandes had the ball. He wasn't obviously aware of the player over his shoulder. The ball is clipped over the top here. Back post, acrobatic effort, although it was all limbs and no technique. And thankfully that has gone wide. But I don't want to see too many of those breaking opportunities occurring because we were in a pretty decent position there. Pablo has earned a foul. Well played. Looked like he never had the ball under control, but James Garner has tripped him up. That was scary. Yes, agreed. That was scary. I was scared. I nearly let an expletive go. I was just checking my scores there. It looks like we're all good still. I was on my phone, but I have it here as well. 0-0. Is it still 0-0? And I won't refresh that for the fear of doing something to this stream here. Fernandez with the ball, very, very centrally. He's going to try and put this to the back post and hopefully get a flick on. Quite flat. And earn a corner. That was going nowhere near 𝗪𝗃, but my countryman, O'Brien, taking very, very few risks and he could have just left it. But no, maybe he couldn't have. Maybe it was the right decision. Corner kick now. We've had a few suboptimal corner deliveries. Somerville's taking this. Good, decent corner, it looks like. Cleared relatively easily. It's gone to Fernandez. Hit it. Got a deflection. Is it off an Everton player? It is. He looked like he caught that pretty well. Let's see that one again. Another corner. He had a bit of time there. This game feels like a coin flip right now. It feels like we could score, they could score. It feels like there's no one has any kind of authority stamped on the game just yet. 50 minutes, just shy of 50 minutes gone. Somerville to take the ball. Corner, very, very long, very wide. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗏 back in. Juff back in. Everton can break. Everton have a big chance here. We are racing back. Barry's through. Keeper gets there. Doesn't claim it. Cheaper's mad. So you're only allowed one of them. Everton looking good on the break. It must be said, we are a little bit sloppy when it comes to those kind of second chances. And Everton were through there, and the ball was overhit, the through ball. And that wasn't a great ball. Looked like Mads had it all day long. Came to smother it. The ball popped out. And as I said, you only get one of them. We don't want any more of those kind of drop balls because they can be pounced on. Yeah, looks like a beautiful day in London. It sure does. Ball over the top here for Kyle Walker-Peters. He's not going to keep it in. He's going to go out for a throw-in. Everton throw-in close to the corner flag. Hopefully we can pen them in a little bit here. They look like they have coughed up possession a bit when it comes to getting their lines cleared. But yeah, here's the chance again. Was he onside? I think he's off, to be honest. But the ball was overplayed. Mavropanos on the ball here now. And it's gone back to Disasi. Bit of a bitty start from both sides, to be honest. I think a goal would really settle us down. We'll settle Everton down too, have to think. But we've got much more on the line. Balls into Pablo, back to Mateus Fernandes, who's played it across the box. We're just in the Everton half here. Mavro out to Walker-Peters, who's played to Bowen. And it's back to Walker-Peters and Mavropanos. Just probing a little bit here. We just can't give away the ball away cheaply and let them kind of come on to us. It's happened twice, maybe even 3 times so far today, and it's not what you need. It's a West Ham throw-in. We can see Sully in the box up there anyway, looking all 4'2" of him. So yeah, he's up there, loving life. Smash the like button, yes, indeed. While we're doing that, Mateus Fernandes is plays the ball around. It's Taddy. He needs to put it across the box. Bit of a scramble at the back. Just couldn't get on the end of it. The ball has popped up. It's back to Juff. Yeah, that's what they're the kind of positions you want. Like just kind of like flashing that ball across, seeing what can happen there. A bit more of that, and we'll be doing okay. Somerville on the ball on the left hand side. It's gone back to Mateus Fernandes, who's clipped the ball to the back post. It's got to Bowen. He's played it back to Colin Pierce. Floated high ball. Slight effort. Bowen in the box on the penalty spot. Just can't get the shot away. This has been the story for the last little while. It's just like we have the territory, we have the chances. The same happened in the first half against Crystal Palace. We just need to get that last that connection, that last touch, that last finish. And it's a West Ham throw. Oh, it's not. It's an Everton throw somehow. I must have got a little flick. 489 viewers, 132 likes. Well, we'll take 100. We can do better. I'll take 130 likes, but if we can get a few more in, that'll be all the better. Bowen again, just nearly having the chance to snap it. It's just been closed down at the last minute. There's goals here for both sides, but there's definitely goals here for West Ham. We just need to hopefully get that last like, good touch. Good touch from Somerville. That's a free in, surely. Yeah, free and well earned by Somerville. Ball came out of the sky, took it down out of his feet quickly, and did well to earn the foul in fairness. So Somerville's looked bright. I've liked what I've seen so far. He looks like he's a little bit more on song today. Admittedly, only 90 minutes gone. So hopefully you can continue to see that level of performance clear as day fell. Wouldn't mind seeing a few yellow cards being tossed about for the Everton back four, or indeed midfield. That was Dwight McNeil there with the challenge. Interesting coloured shirt. It's kind of like is it canary yellow? It was not for me anyway. Put it that way. Right. Again, very straight on. So we're going to look to try and create an angle with this ball. So Diouf and Mateus Fernandes both around it as per usual. I don't think we're going to have an effort on goal. We're all of 45 yards out. Clip to the back post. That's going nowhere, unfortunately. It's always hard to create an angle from those kind of balls. Too straight on. So just went straight out of play. Yeah, exactly. How about giving the Everton players a yellow? Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yellow would be nice. So how are we feeling, guys? We are 20 minutes in. Are we more nervous? Are we less nervous? Are we the exact same? I think I'm the exact same. I am still absolutely as nervous as can be. But I think we can. I think we can win this game. I really do. Balls with Pickford. He's gone outright to Tarko. Scrappy, but I'm still optimistic. Yeah, I agree. Pickford, that's surely going to go out of play. No. Got a chance to break on this. Go on, Juff. Juff's got the ball. Got down the left wing. Really didn't get yeah, it was just wasn't his best touch and cut out by the Everton right back. How are we getting on in the other game, guys? I'm going to have a check of the score. And I'll do it on my phone because I'm not going to do it on my laptop because I don't want to cause any chaos. 0-0 still. So 0-0 all over. It's going to be a corner to Everton. There was a play down the line from Mykolenko, went to Dewsbury Hall, and he went to swing it in, and Mavropanos blocked it out of the box, and it's a corner. First corner, I believe, for Everton. Fingers crossed we can deal with that. Okie dokie. Right, corner. Let's hopefully just get this nice and clear, get a bit of confidence in our belt that we can do with these corners. Garner with the corner. Swings it in. Decent ball. Cleared well by Mavropanos. Ball's gone back out wide, but Bowen's intercepted it. There's a chance to play a ball. We got Taddy run through, but it's going to be cut out, and it is a throw into West Ham. Taddy's looking to play it quickly. He does. Throws it through. Who's got there? Oh, Somerville had the afterburners going. And it's another throw in, cleared high and long. So West Ham have not attacking throw in, but a throw in an attacking area. We're not going to throw it long or anything like that. Okay, we got Pablo back to Kyle Walker-Peters. He's looking to go back. He's gone back to Disasi out wide to Juff. We've got Kyle Walker, or we don't have Kyle Walker-Peters. We've got Somerville on the ball. He's dancing, but not really. He could have got the ball in there easily and just decided to take another little touch, and wasn't really what you needed. Everton on the attack now down the the left hand side, should I say. Kyle Walker-Peters and Mateus Fernandez both failing to get the ball. It's gone out wide right now. There's a bit of time on the ball here for Dwight McNeil. This is what Somerville should have done a moment ago. Mavropanos gets it cleared well. Somerville could have won the ball there. He does, but it's given a free against Somerville, challenging Jacob Ryan. Alrighty. Somerville just could have got the ball in the box there. And just think that today of all days, I think just whipping the ball in and causing a bit of chaos isn't the worst approach when we get into the final third. It's an Everton free kick a good distance away. So just in front of the halfway line. So they're probably going to play this short, or they might launch it into the box. We'll see. Excuse me. Looks like Garner is going to pump it into the box. Got a few tall lads in there. It's gone back post, headed back in again. Disasi clear. Back in. A lot of heading, a lot of leaning. We need to get the ball. We need to get rid of the ball. Pablo on the ball with the edge of the box. Kyle Walker-Peters goes back to the keeper. We should probably really clear this, you would have thought. Bit of head tennis there at the back. Mavropanos, Hermansen tries to clip the ball out to Juff and overcooks it by a degree of 100. Really poor pass there from Hermansen. It gives the ball straight back to Everton for a throw-in. Shot here of Moisey. He's probably going to be reasonably happy with the start, but again, pressure is not really on him or the Everton team. I think it's very even, guys. Yeah. Yeah, Traj, it's been a bit of a snooze fest, but you know, I can't rest. I am too nervous. As you probably see, I'm fidgeting in my chair the whole time. I'll have a little check here. Wolves still 0-0. All square, one-way traffic. Spurs have an early. Yeah, so it looks like according to the AI of good challenge there from we'll pick that gone to Pablo. Ball's gone out to Taddy, but the few challenges flying in. Souček takes it down. It's gone back to 𝗪𝗪𝗀. He's going to go back to the keeper. You'd have thought. Actually, he's trying to take on Barry and he's lost it. And Everton are great challenge from good interception from 𝗪𝗁𝗀. We're just giving the ball away in really dangerous positions. That's causing that. But Juff is on the attack now, looking to play to Somerville. Somerville down the left-hand side. And he has slashed at that in a big way and it's gone straight out for a goal kick. Not what you'd like to see there from Somerville. Yeah, we're just getting exposed when we lose the ball. So 𝗪𝗀𝗀 tried too much there. 𝗪𝗁𝗀, though, showing with some pure class, just kept moving and then just kind of sold a half dummy. But they're going to find that pass eventually, and Jai was in there, so they're going to find that pass if you keep being so sloppy. I just think it's nerves, to be honest. It feels like a nervous game, that we're just kind of nervous in attack, nervous in kind of defence as well, just in terms of like, you know, getting the ball clear. Everton on the attack now, ball through, well cut out by 𝗪𝗀𝗀. Again, ball given away straight away. We won the ball back there well, and we've given the ball straight back to Everton. I haven't got any audio here, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few groans going on here. It's not been a stellar performance, but as I said a moment ago, I do think just the nerves are playing a bit of a role here today. Pablo, it's just he's interrupted the ball. He's had a few touches. It's just getting it out from his feet. It's just getting that kind of link up that he just never feel. It almost feels like he never has the ball fully under control. Hopefully he can do a little bit more of that little kind of flick through. I don't know why you describe it to Taddy from a number of weeks ago against Wolves, but a bit more of that. But yeah, it's just when he has the ball at his feet, you get a bit nervous. Ball through was flicked over the top. It's true to Mads Hermansen. We'd like to see a bit more of a better delivery than the one that moment ago. Out to Kyle Walker-Peters, just a decent lofted throw. He's down the right hand side. No options really, so it's back to Souček, and it's back with 𝗪𝗁𝗀 out to 𝗪𝗀𝗀. Out to Juff again. He's had plenty of ball. Out to Somerville. Somerville has got just on a give and go with Fernandez, but it's back to 𝗪𝗁𝗀. Out to Bowen. Back to Kyle Walker-Peters. And to Taddy. Kyle Walker-Peters makes a little run. Is that a free? No, it's not a free. It looked like a free to me, to be honest. So Everton on the attack. Ball played. 𝗪𝗀𝗀 does well, and he is going to earn a throw-in, a goal kick. 𝗪𝗀𝗀 is a strong boy. That was a very, very good defence from 𝗪𝗀𝗀. It looked like a foul. Might have been a fair shoulder. Did look like a foul. We'll see it again here. Kyle Walker-Peters looked like he had the ball under control, to be honest. So I don't think it's a fair shoulder. Let's see that again. Maybe the ball was slightly ahead of him. It's hard to know. 𝗪𝗁𝗀 is the ball long, hoofed up down the line. Bowen is challenging for it, doesn't win it, and it's gone back to Pickford. Bouncing ball, he lofts it, Gary Owen style. Souček underneath it, nods it up. Two Everton defenders challenging for the same ball, it looked like there for a moment. And a bit of scrappy passage play there. And Walker-Peters has the ball at right back. Today's a must win to widen that gap. I think Forest leads is safe. Bowen's been dog shit. I don't think, he didn't have his best game, but he's allowed to have bad games. he hasn't had his best start today, but it's, I think that, if we can get a bit more possession of the attacking third, Bone can kind of work his way into the game. 𝗪𝗁𝗀𝗀's playing the ball out wide, lofted, tried to get it to 𝗪𝗁𝘀, but it was cut out. Souček looking to challenge here, and it's going to give a free kick to Everton in their own half. All right, guys. Hasn't been a stellar half an hour. I'm hoping that we can kind of come out in the second half. Now, I know there's still 50 minutes to go, but second half, a bit like we did against Wolves. I think we just need to be a bit tidier, certainly in possession, which has cost us a few times. And then just when we've had the few chances where we've had the ball in the attacking area, to be able to actually, that's a handball, surely. Yeah, handball. Yeah, so there was just a bit of a scrappy passage, and we just tried to pop it over, but it was a handball from Everton. So it's West Ham ball around the halfway line. Yeah. Kyle Walker-Peters, but not exactly the smoothest challenge, a bit clumsy, but did win the ball, it looked like, and then there was a handball after that. Dwight McNeil, yeah, he never been a player that necessarily I've thought about too much, but yeah, he does look half decent, all right. I know he obviously missed out on his move, and his missus was very upset over at Christmas. Just the ball over the top, probably is offside, but he's not been able to keep the ball in play for a start. It's a goal kick. Yeah, some of his touches just haven't been what you'd want. Let's see if he was on. Yeah, he's good. He's a yard on. Really good opportunity here. Take it in, and then he just goes miles out of play and just couldn't get anywhere near it. Really, a little bit closer than I first gave him credit for, but it was definitely out of play. And it's now an Everton free kick in their own half. It's a ball here on the right-hand side. Well done by Juff. Can't get the ball clear, though. It's going to go for a throw-in, surely, to Everton. Juff is kind of rolling around, complaining about an elbow. In other games, Liverpool are beating Palace. I don't have the score. It's not coming up here. But they must have scored this very second because it hasn't been updated. Okay, so just Pablo's getting some, Juff is getting some words from encouragement. It's going to be a long throw from Jacob Bryan. He can hoist these in. So. Yeah, 34 minutes gone. We need just a bit of a more clinical performance. Okay, here we go. Throw in. It's going to be a long one, as I said. Oof. First ball again goes to... Our first connection goes again to an Everton player and fell to 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀, who scuffed it clear. Throw in Everton. And Jake O'Brien will take it again. He won't have the opportunity to go long this time. This is just too far away. Ball with 𝗪𝗀𝘀, who looks to take it around. It's not the percentage play. 𝗪𝗀𝘀 tried to take on and have a run, gave the ball away instantly. Chance for Everton to have a shot. It's on target, no power really. And Mads Hermansen gets down to his left to make the save. we need to do an awful lot less of that, ideally. Everton have had a lot of ball in the last 20 minutes or so, or 10 minutes or so. Ball for Walker-Peters. He's got a bit of space here. Now, he needs to find a pass. Goes out to Bowen. Not getting much change there. And it's gone back to 𝗪𝗫𝗀𝗀. He's gone back to Walker-Peters out wide right. Not getting much change out wide right, it must be said. I think our best opportunity might be going down the left-hand side. Those wings aren't proven too much fruit, or the right-hand side certainly. It's gone out left. Poor pass from Fernandez, unfortunately. Taddy gets his foot in, but just can't direct it to a West Ham player. And Everton have the ball once more on the halfway line. Yeah, it is a very similar game to Palace, Mandy. It's one of those kind of games where neither side are looking too threatening, and it's just a matter of us being more clinical and being more aggressive, as you say. Good play here from... Oh, there's a chance here. Big chance. Big chance for... Oh, it's gone through. It's hard to describe what kind of chance that was. The ball was kind of bobbling around, and Jai kind of got into the box. They were kind of a yard or two out. It's out of Somerville here in the wide left. He's looking to make some moves, and he's kept the ball, even though he's been pushed around. He's still going, and he's surely got a free kick here. Yes, he has. The yellow card perhaps could be seen here. Somerville did very well. It looked like he ran into a blind corner there, but a moment ago, Everton really just couldn't get the final shot off. But we have a chance to swing the ball in here, and Jacob Bryant does get the yellow card that I was hoping and praying for, giving him one of them. I'm not sure if it's football or rugby, to be honest. But a bit of both, maybe. Right, so Somerville just picking himself up here. Yellow card, as I said. I'm just waiting to see the free kick go in. Somerville are going to take it. Could do it. 𝗪𝗫𝗀𝗀, disaster. 𝗪𝗁𝗀 getting a big header on this. Slick back is organising his wall. Yeah, it's due for Somerville. Oh, it's a terrible ball. Straight to the keeper. Yeah, just over hit. I didn't see who took it. The ball, it zoomed out for a moment. Didn't see, but yeah. Fitting tribute here at the moment. On the 38th minute for Dylan. Everton have the ball on the halfway line. Solanke just is hamstring, according to Mandy. Mandy, I like the sound of that. How are they playing, Mandy? Is it all Spurs? Well in there from Disasi. Didn't quite touch its touch wasn't fantastic. It's gone out to Taddy. Kyle Walker-Peters on the ball. To Disasi, who is quite advanced. It's gone back to 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗃, who's filling in at the moment. He's at the base of the... and it's gone to Somerville, who's infield. Poor ball from Somerville. 𝗪𝗀𝗃 out wide to Diouf. Can he get a ball swung in? I just think he needs to maybe play those balls slightly quicker. 𝗪𝗀𝗃 into Matheus Fernandes. Who scoops it out wide, but it's cut out. He wins it well, though. Matheus Fernandes overlap looking for Walker-Peters, plays the ball in, headed clear out to Walker-Peters. Can he get it back to Matheus Fernandes? He can. Good place to 𝗪𝗀𝗃. Good play, this from West Ham, and this is the best passenger play so far. Diouf, ball in. and it is prevented from going out for a goal, or sorry, for a corner kick after a ball in from Juff. Bit better. Everton have the ball here. Sorry, I was just checking the Spurs game there. Still 0-0 all round. Not quite 41 minutes gone, but not far off it. 40 minutes and 50 odd seconds. Few chances for both sides, really. We've had a couple of opportunities to do it a little bit better. Just haven't. A good ball there from Everton over the top. They're quite advanced here now. Dewsbury out wide to Jacob Ryan, who's going to sling it in. Slings it in. Back post, and Bowen makes a decent connection to hook it clear. Pablo is charging down on Michael Keane, but Keane did quite well. Mykolenko on the left-hand side here. Long ball out to Jacob Ryan. Shields his eyes from the sun while the ball's in the air. Offside, West Ham. Wolves are growing in confidence. Okay, Mandy. Mandy's got her voodoo doll out. But yeah, Wolves growing in confidence. Well, I'd like to see that. So hear me out. Will we take a draw here and a draw there? Will we take that? If we were offered it. Well, I'm offering it to you now, hypothetically. Will we just take 2 draws and keep the 2-point gap? I'll give my answer in a moment. I think that get in at halftime, have a chat. That he's climbing all over him, surely. Hiked up Laverne-Panos with the header, and that is coming together. And it's okay. I thought the referee looked like he was gesturing. Ball over the top to Tally. He's never going to get there. And it's in the breadbasket. Pickford. Yeah. Dead certain at all. We do tend to draw this game. We drew it obviously earlier in the season. We do tend. That's a good play from Disasi, and it's through to Tati. Can you find a man? Plays around the corner for Pablo. He's got the ball just at the edge of the box, down the right hand side. Plays it back to it's Walker Peters is going to look to try and get the ball in the box. I'm guessing he's got a lot of pressure on him, and it's going to go out for a throw in to Everton. Just couldn't get the ball kind of going there. Everton kind of hunting in packs there. Mykolenko going to take the throw in, just deep in the Everton half. Moisey having a big conversation with the fourth official. That's a push, Mateus Fernandes. Surely pushing the back as he was kind of going up to challenge for a throw in, or for a header, should I say. Everton had the ball wide right. Well in, Tati. Tati came all the way back, and just as the I think it was Dewsbury Hall was about to have a pop either or clip the ball in, he came back in and picked his pocket. But it's back with Everton now. 44th minute and some change. Njai has the ball. Souček in, and it's a throw into Everton. 44 and a half minutes gone. Yeah, Kyle Walker-Peters is kind of in that area a bit too often, I think, in that kind of Bowen area. They're kind of getting kind of quite tight to one another. Ball over the top from Everton goes straight to Mansfer Manson. 10 seconds left. We're out to Juff. Do we have one last kind of one attack to round out the half? There can't be a huge amount of time on. It's gone to Somerville. Play that wide again if you can. He's kept the ball. It's gone out wide to Bowen. Ship it. Hits it across the box. Holy moly. That was a huge chance. Bowen at the edge got too much on it, but it came across that kind of corridor of uncertainty. Somerville did very well, plays it out to Bowen. He brings it into the box, doesn't shift onto his left, just brings it down the right, and he puts that ball across. Somerville's coming just too late. Everton bodies were kind of flying across the ball. You could have seen a corner, or sorry, not a corner, you could have seen an own goal there. Fernandez is on the ball again. We got 20 seconds left. He's shimmied it. He's gone through, edge of the box, plays it out wide to Pablo. Was he offside? Who knows? Gone back to Somerville. Edge of the box. We need to get some moving before the half's given up. Juff to Souček. Pablo back to Souček. Just get the ball in the box, mate. It's half time. They're the frustrating ones when you think you have a chance with no risk to just lump the ball in the box. And the ref gives it half time. You gave him plenty of chances to do so, playing back and forth. Right. It's half time. I don't think anyone feels any better. We had a chance at the end. Now it wasn't a chance that it wasn't a shot on target or a shot off target. I don't know what you classify it as. But yeah, half time. So I think we need a bit of a decent team talk at half time. I think that there is a chance there to win this game. It's there for us. We can win this game. There might not have been a huge amount of opportunities there for us, but I just think if we can be a bit more clinical. We've had 3 halves of football now where it's been the same. You know, the first half against Crystal Palace, we obviously had opportunities. We've had a couple of opportunities, not as many opportunities. This is more the second half as opposed against Crystal Palace. We've had 3 halves of football now. We haven't scored. Nuno now knows. We have to win our way out of this. Like wins are currency in this relegation battle. So I think we now have a chat. So I think it's one of those games where it could go any way at all. I'm glad to see it's halftime. It's halftime in the Spurs game. I'm going to take a brief break. So I'm just going to hit pause. Again, I'm new to this, guys. So I'm going to hit pause here. Yes, I was just checking I could do that. Right, back in 2 minutes, guys.
Hello, guys. I'm on for a couple of minutes. I think Connor's coming back now. Here he is. This one. Here we go. How we doing, mate? Oh, I've lost volume. Why have I lost volume? Ah, you're muted. There we go.
Me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I managed to wrestle the kids into the other room, so I thought I'd just jump on quickly. Yeah, just pretty much what I just texted you, mate. It's flat. We need someone to grab this game by the balls, don't we, really?
Yeah, I think like we really need, like, as you were saying, like these are the knife edge games. It was the Fulham game was a knife edge game, and we came out on top in that game. But that was just a one-off moment. We need to take a one-off moment today. It's not going to be a comfortable victory either side here. It's going to be a 1-0. So we need to take the chance. Obviously, that Bowen kind of squared ball that kind of squirmed across the box could have been that chance, that scrappy chance for us. Question for you though, Ben, and I think it's been rumbling on while I was getting myself freshened up for the second half, was, do we make any changes? What do you think of Pablo? There's lots of criticism there. I know we love his work rate, but Bambi on ice, I think, was mentioned in the comments, and I can kind of get that. Would you gamble and bring Traore on? Would you bring Wilson on maybe? What would you do?
I agree with Ekin here. Great point. Unfortunately, Pablo and Tati are not effective in this game. There's no harm in players not being effective in a game. Some games call for them, some games don't. If it's not working, you have to make the change. Now, I would hook Tati. I would hook Pablo now, and I'd put Traore in there in the 10, or switch Traore out on the left and put Somerville in the 10 maybe. Yeah. But I would also then, probably about 60, 70 minutes, I'd then bring Wilson in.
Yeah.
I think this game's screaming for Callum Wilson. I just think that Traore will cause the chaos. That back line can be got at. That Everton
100%.
Back line can be got at. You can see it. We've just not got anyone finishing. We've just not got that end product. But
yeah, I completely agree. I just think that, with Bowen going down the right hand side, he's kind of, him and Kyle Walker Peters are getting quite close together, and there's very little joy that they're getting down there. The times we have had a bit of joy is like when Somerville has kind of come into the middle a little bit and kind of weaved away and find Bowen kind of coming in. But I think just slinging the ball around that kind of right hand side, hoping that we'll be able to carve something out, isn't happening. And I think if you were to bring in IB4 Traore, for example, because I think they can swap. So if it's not working for 10 minutes, swap Traore. He can go out wide. Bowen can play up top. There's a bit of flexibility there that they could all kind of swap in and out. And I think that pace and physicality is just a huge asset. I just think that Pablo just hasn't been effective this evening. I wouldn't be opposed to him coming off.
No, I think Pablo's got a lot to offer. I just think we need to be patient with him. He's coming to the English league. He is capable. He's a perfectly capable player. I just think he's going to be one of them players that takes time. That's what me and Dad's Our Job were talking about earlier. We were kind of saying that, look, he's got it. It's just going to take a little while. It's not going to happen overnight. Most Portuguese players have a 30% drop off in form when they join the Premier League in the first 6 months. So I think we just got to wait and see. And I've seen a couple of comments here kind of saying that anyone who rates Pablo is a liar. People can have different opinions on different players. I see good points. I see bad points. I wouldn't write him off. I wouldn't say he's a loss. I think we've signed a lot worse players than Pablo. And one thing I would say he offers us is that work rate, and his press is relentless. He is relentless. He's a bit of a bull in a china shop at times, but he is relentless.
Yeah, no, he is. And you're just hoping that kind of relentlessness can lead to us being on the front foot by closing down one of the Everton centre halves or the like, which is done in the past. It's just when you're looking for him to kind of link the play a little bit, and he gets the ball at his feet, it looks like it can be a little bit hit or miss, shall we say? But yeah, so I think some changes wouldn't be. But I don't see like Nuno making changes at halftime. I don't think it's really his style. I'd say he'll keep it the same for a little while, and then the players are coming in after the second half, and then maybe seeing if the likes of a Traoré or a Wilson, they're the two. I also could maybe slightly left of field choice. I know he's played plenty, but it's been very much a cameo at the last minute or so. Kante could do a job, maybe. Kante could come in as well and play him slightly higher up the pitch, perhaps. But I don't want to see any kind of defensive move. I don't want to see Nuno taking a draw here at all.
No.
I know Wolves are drawing, but
we can't allow that to stay that way. We need to win our home games. We need
100%. Sorry, I still have that thing going by my banner saying back for a second half. I'm already back. Hide current ticker. I put another one on.
Yeah, we can't rely on Wolves, but players back out on the pitch, so I'll leave you to it, mate. But
if you can put the banner going, like and subscribe, whatever. If you can put that banner on for me, that'll be a phenomenal. Where are we? No worries. Right, I'll leave you to it. I'll get the banner. Ben, listen, I'll chat to you later. Listen, all the best. Enjoy the second half if you can.
Nice one.
All right, I'm putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. We're here for second half, guys. I didn't actually put it on Do Not Disturb. I have it on now. Okay, so here we go again. Launched forward from the kickoff from Everton, and it's a West Ham throw-in. So how are you feeling, guys? No change, it looks like. So far, Nuno prowling. Gone to Pablo straight away, the man we've been talking about. He shepherds it back to a good ball to Somerville. He just doesn't get it under control. Nice flick from Taddy. Mavropanos heads it. Taddy's in there. It's going to be a free here. Realistically, no, it's not. And Everton on the attack. My dog has come in to see what I'm talking about. And Everton on the attack. It's enjoying the ball. Gone out to Dewsbury. He's going to try and whip this in. He does. Gets a deflection off Mateus Fernandez. Somerville is around it, but Juff gets the header clear. Juff comes in. That's like a fair challenge. It is a fair challenge. And Juff has the ball on the left-hand side. Plays it to Somerville. He touches it. And that's a card. That's a yellow card. It's plain as day. I was hoping it might be Jacob Bryan, but it's not. Ooh, that is a bad challenge from Tarkowski. It looks like absolutely cleaned out Somerville. He was taken out in a big, big way there. Tarko was on a yellow, so that's a bit of luck. We can make him walk a bit of a tightrope. Just check where my dog is. He's not in here anymore, I don't think, so I can close this door over and keep my yelping. So, Joe for the ball, play around the corner, down the line here. First touch from Somerville. He looked over his shoulder just as Tarkovsky was coming, popped it around the corner, and Tarkovsky took him out unceremoniously. So a bit of luck, either him or Jacob Bryan can get themselves another yellow. It's gone out wide now to Kyle Walker-Peters. He has danced around one or two, actually done quite well, although he was going forwards and then backwards. So while he beat two, he didn't make any progress, and it's the throw-in after Bowen is tackled by Ndiaye. I have lost the comments. They are back now. Sorry, I have the comments back. So yeah, please keep going. Pablo looks bad, so I agree with you there. So yeah, people still obviously chatting away about Pablo. It's thrown to West Ham. Souček back to Kyle Walker-Peters. Stepped over by Bowen, and Taddy's won it though again. Actually, the ball was lost there for a moment. Bowen goes in the right hand side, whips it in, and it's headed clear. Doesn't beat the first man, and Bowen earns a throw in, and he's called over Juff to take the throw in. Juff, who essentially always foul throws, as far as I can tell. Mavropanos is actually taking it. Excuse me. So the big, glorious, gorgeous Greek. How could I get it wrong? Glorious Greek god is going to sling this in. Come on, lads. Let's get a head on this. Decent ball in. Not actually much. It looked like it had a decent trajectory. It died off quick in the air. And we're back with Kyle Walker-Peters at the base of the team. Out wide to Juff, and Somerville has the ball. He's looking for some support. Oh, wow. Brilliant footwork from Somerville. It goes back to 𝗪𝗏, though, and 𝗪𝗏 has it again. Somerville has started this half well. The ball breaks. Oh, looked like for a moment the ball might break to a West Ham player at the edge of the box, and Pickford has sliced that out to touch. If we can keep this pace going, I would feel reasonable. It's been a decent first 4 minutes. 𝗪𝗏 and Matheus Fernandes both challenging essentially themselves for the same ball. It's gone out wide to Juff, plays it inside to Somerville, who has the ball at the edge of the box. He whips it across, back post. Tally has to score. Oh my God. Huge chance for Tally. Ball comes to the back post. Wink from... Is there a chance for a penalty here? The ball is played... Jeez, I'm nervous here, lads. There's a ball played Somerville back post. Chest down. I don't really know what happened there. Tally took the ball down at the back post. Huge chance. As he's about to hit it, he hits it. Yeah, it's saved by Pickford. Then it gets a ricochet off Mykolenko, I think. Comes off Mykolenko and just trickles wide. So it's going to be a corner, worst case scenario. I thought it looked like there was a coming together. Thought it could have been a penalty, but I think we're going to get ourselves a corner. Unfortunately, big, huge chance there. VAR is looking for a possible foul, but I don't think they're going to get it. VAR is looking at a foul. Oh. I don't think it's going to be given, but it could be. I can't hear what's going on here, guys. It's going to be a corner. It's a shame. I didn't think it was going to be a penalty. Let's score from the corner. Let's score from the corner, guys. That's what we need to do. We started well. Opening 5 minutes this half have been encouraging. Ball in the box. Go! Get in! Get in, 𝗪𝗏! Come on! Get in! Come on, 𝗪𝗏! Yes! That's what we need, guys. That's what we needed. We didn't need a penalty. Oh, yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Huge. Come on. That is a huge goal. I'm trying to change the background to make it 1-0. I've forgotten how to do it. Overlay. Is it 1-0 overlay? There we go. What a header. Ball played in. I've only seen it once so far. Ball played in. Big header from 𝗪𝗏. Take that, Pickford. Honestly, pick that out. Back of the net. 2-3 yards out. Beautiful ball in. Smashed in from 𝗪𝗏. Absolutely textbook. Yeah, 2 yards out. You're not saving that in a month of Sundays. Get in. Come on, lads. That's what we want. Whoo. Look at that. There's a check ongoing, is there? I don't know. Sorry, it looked like the referee was... The play's recommenced. Looked like the ref for a second was talking to someone. Okay, here we go, lads. Now we started the second half the way we wanted to start it. Let's just keep the foot in the throat, boys and girls. Huge. Somerville has the ball. 𝗪𝗏. Back to the keeper. Oh, Mads slashes it out to Somerville, who chests it to Juff, who absolutely letters it up in the air. Bit of a tricky one. No one really knows what the ball is. Well, I did, but the Walker Peters now on the attack. Bone had the ball out wide. Plays it through Souček. It's out wide for a crossing opportunity here for Kyle Walker Peters. It's gone back to Mateus Fernandez. Pickford on his ass. Exactly, Troj. That's what we love to see, isn't it? I know he's your national keeper, but as an Irishman, he's got a very punchable face. Go on, Kyle Walker Peters. Putting pressure on Mykolenko there. Taddy as well on King. We just need to keep it tight in the next couple of minutes. Well in 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗏. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗖, what a man. Mads Hermansen plays it, lofts it up down the line. Somerville loses it, but it's gone back to Mads after recycled. Could do another goal, couldn't we? We're in the ascendancy. Wolves are still 0-0 with our. It's gonna be a foul. Yes, it is. Well earned. Walker Peters, 4 points clear as it stands. They have the as it stands graphic in front of us. Let's keep it that way, eh? Let's keep it that way. There is Lord. Yes, come on. So yeah, let's just do our job. You know, I don't like if we win and Spurs, whatever, I don't care. We just need to do our job. And we're doing it so far. This has been a much improved second half. And to get a corner goal, something that obviously was the bane of our Premier League, to get one is just lovely. And Souček played in the line here. It's gonna go through to Pickford. Yeah, we just need to keep playing. So we have 55 minutes gone. So it's been a great start to the half. Let's just keep going. Pickford has the ball here, halfway up inside the Everton half, and he's playing it wide, just looking to just probe around the back four here. West Ham have every single player behind the ball, bar Pablo. Now we've got the full complement behind the ball. Yeah, Trosh, come on, you Wolves is right. Yeah, so yeah, this could be a big day. This is a big day for everyone, right? Everton have carved out a reasonable opportunity here out the wide. Straight to Hermansen, lovely. Yeah, I always get nervous when they have, encroach on the box, kind of, that kind of Man City typical cutback goal type thing. Somerville tried to take on his man and just played the ball out into touch, and it's going to be, has already been taken. Everton throw in, and it's back at the base of the defence. Just going to have a quick flick. Yeah, still 0-0 in the other game. Keeper. Sometimes I would like Hermansen just to come off his line a touch quicker. Just would take the pressure off the defence. Souček bought a foul there. It's a typical foul where you're kind of going back towards goal and you wait for the shove in the back, you take it, and it's kind of a most guaranteed foul in football, earns it, and it's back with Mads, and we're just kind of playing him in the back, and 𝗪𝗁𝘀𝗀 is going to play it along the ground. Actually, it looked like he was going to Fernandez was loading up the shotgun there, thought he was going to pick out a dainty pass, and absolutely just rivals it, but it's broken back to West Ham, and out to Somerville out wide left. Yeah, Lee, I want Wolves to score too, but I was watching this Farrington Gurney. I was watching this earlier. Your grindman, I believe, watching the game. But here we go. Sorry, Somerville. I'll come back to that. Out wide to Juff, and he was a throw in. Yeah, I hear you're a grindman watching a local game, and now you're here supporting West Ham. So great to have you here. 4-3 win sounds nice. Juff to take the throw in the attacking position. So as I said, Wolves to score would be a bonus. A Wolves draw would obviously be a bonus, but we just need to do what we're doing and keep going. Juff tried to get around McNeil, but it just wasn't happening. But we won the ball back there. Well done, Juff. Somerville's played the ball around him. There's two of them at it. Back to Bowen. He's wide left. Oh, he wriggles through. Wriggles free. Wriggles again. Tries to buy a corner or a penalty, but it didn't buy either. It's going to be a goal kick. Mandy, player scuffle at Wolves. Who's scuffling? Fill us in, Mandy. Mandy's our we got a VAR call here. I figured it's going to be... it's one of those where Bowens kicked the defender. It's not... Back then, I remember Calvin Phillips gave one away like that, didn't he? That ill-fated signing, but Bowens actually kicked the back of the defender. So there was connection. There was a collision, but it was not... it was initiated by Bowen, shall we say. Unfortunate. We'll keep on going. And it's a goal kick. Pickford's going to go... it looked like he was loading up to go long, but he's just kind of taking the ball a little bit forward, and he's still trotting along with it. And he's going to go long. And he does. It's a good ball from Pickford. I'll give him that. It's going out wide left. Mikolenko has the ball here. And it's picked off by Bowen. Bowen's going to try and earn himself a throw-in. Gives away a throw-in, apparently. Thought he kept the ball in play, to be perfectly honest, but missed the goal. Who scored? Victoria was Souček from a corner. Great ball in and absolutely smashed it in from 2-3 yards. Everton on the attack here. We've got every man behind the ball again. Just would love... Yeah, I just don't want us to be sitting back. I don't want we know what's happened. Dwight McNeil wide. It's going to be a corner. We know what's happened 1,000 times. 1,000 times over this season, where we've gotten the narrow lead, and we've sacrificed, or not sacrificed, we've given away said lead. Corner to Everton. Let's just deal with this. We scored from our last one. Let's not repay the favour. 61 minutes gone. A lot of pushing and shoving going on in the box. Tarkowski is in there making a nuisance of himself. It's cleared well by Bowen. The ball was just too low a trajectory. Yeah, Rod, you and me both. We're making. Oh, they're making. Sorry, I was about to say Everton are making some changes. So there's 2 players coming on now, and I'll inform you when that happens. But yeah, I'm one of these types that that's actually one for a goal kick. When you have something to hold on to, when you have the goal, which we have, I'm more nervous almost because you've got something to hold on to. When it's 0-0, the game is in the balance. But when you have that kind of goal, that's when I get super nervous because you just want to hold on to it or get another goal to make it safe. So yeah, let's hopefully Pablo throw himself about up there. Mavropanos rose very early there, and I thought that he might come down before the ball he met it, but it was just a long hoot ball. Well done, Taddy. Really good closing down from Taddy. Fernandez was under severe pressure there, but it's out to Somerville. Got a bit of space, loads of space for Bowen, and it's a callback for a free. Somerville could have played that ball earlier. Bowen was in acres, but Somerville's saying now. Somerville's still on the ground, which I don't love, but I think he'd be okay. Yeah, I think it's just. I'm just looking at this free again. I don't think it really was a free, probably. But Garner got a yellow. And Somerville's in a bit of discomfort. Looks like more of a bang than anything. I think he's played quite well overall. Like, it hasn't been his greatest game, but I think he's just, he's looked dangerous whenever he's had the ball. So he's in a lot of pain, discomfort. To be honest, I said it looks like a bang, but we'll see. Obviously, I'm not religious, but let's see. Let's hope it's not another injury. Yeah, those beautiful teeth are, or he looks a bit grizzled. He's a bit grimaced is the word I was looking for. Grimaced. Tried to need a drink, becoming stressed. Jimmy's holding his knee, in a lot of pain. Yes. I do think it's bang though. Is my feeling. So a bit of luck could be all right. We're looking at the goal again. It's just great. It's just great. Like, just 2 yards out, Pickford, and then we're doing the suit check. I can do it myself. I got one of these spinny chairs, boom. Beautiful. So a few more of those little helicopters and we'll be doing well. Here's the Everton changes. I just need to see McNeil and O'Brien are off. So my countryman's off. Jake O'Brien on a yellow. George. Now, here we go. 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗃𝗓. Again, I'm not across the entire Everton squad, so that gentleman's name is fairly new to me. If anyone's here is more of an Everton aficionado, you might be able to fill me in. Somerville's continuing to move. He looks a little bit stuttery, shall we say. He's moving gingerly, but he's going to hopefully give it another few minutes, and I'm sure he'll run it off. It didn't look like it was one of those kind of muscular ones or anything. It's a West Ham free. Inside the Everton half. I was about to say Spurs. Spurs on the mind, clearly. Mateus Fernandes plays the ball, back post. Souček wins it, but he didn't have much work with, in fairness. Souček wins the ball again, though, as it comes out from a clearance. Bowen plays the ball in. We're looking for another penalty. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗔 was in the box. He's looking for a penalty. I don't think he's going to get it. There's been a few penalty claims. Forgive me for not getting excited because I don't think any of the penalty claims we've had so far have been. Oh, that's a push. That's a push. Sorry, I can't. I bring it back. Garner pushed 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗔 in the back, and they're playing on. Not even a VAR check. That was the biggest penalty of them all. Like, I'm not saying there was a huge amount of contact there, but if you push an opposition player who's in the box, looks like I'll be interested to hear what others think, but I think that looked like it. Anyway, moving on. It's a West Ham throw-in. Mandy, Wolves battling away. Sorry, can't even read. The Duma Palace is targeting Somerville. Somerville's getting a bit of rough treatment, but with a bit of luck, he can keep going and free up a couple of players. Long ball from 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗔, but it's won easily, and Everton have the ball at the halfway line. I think that's that new gentleman. That name is tricky for me, so we'll refer to him as the gentleman. Taddy nearly got in there and won the ball. Pablo now showing some good energy to chase up. So the front two are doing their work well, chasing and harrying. Kante. I do like Kante. I think his energy is excellent. I think he's a really good player. He brings the ball forward. He's clearly an athlete. I wouldn't, just while I'm on that topic, the possession has shifted in the last 5. It's 73% Everton, 27% West Ham. I think we all know why that's happened. So I do think if we could freshen things up. We've given away a free kick there. There is a chance for Everton to swing a ball in here. It's not the most dangerous free kick in the world, but it's still one that you can definitely get in the box. There was just a few little efforts that I enjoy. Pablo for the first one, and then Somerville tried to nick it away. Matheus Fernandes was in there too. Sorry, I'm slinging myself along here. Garner will be swinging this into the box. So let's get this clear. Wolves almost scored apparently. Let's hope that Everton don't go one better and score here. Ball in. Let's get a head on it. Who headed it? Mavropanos, of course. And ball came out there to the gentleman, and the gentleman volleyed it high and handsome over the bar. You don't get any points for that in football, unlike Gaelic, and it was actually wide too, so you wouldn't even get a point in Gaelic football. Everton fans look bit nonplussed, shall we say? Few, I suppose, tired-looking faces out there, getting baked in the London sun. Yeah, Yardy, we can't sit back. I don't want to sit back, that's for sure. Ball through, free out. Come on. Pablo had a collision. Not sure who with. Yeah, Mandy, I agree. If we sit back, obviously Nuno is on the sidelines. Obviously, he's Pablo gets the yellow card for his arguments. Do we change it? Do we to prevent this sitting back and conceding that goal that happens over and over again? We're going deeper and deeper. I completely get that. What do? Do we make a change? I think that's not how is it a foul from Pablo? It was surely Tarkowski's foul. And I think, do we change it? And do we bring on Traore? Do we bring on Wilson? Do we bring on Kante? I'd be in the camp to bring on someone to kind of freshen up a little bit, because with 20 minutes to go, and we know we can defend well, but we just don't want to have it be, attack versus defense. That's what we don't want. Souček has the ball here. There was a bit of back and forth there in the back four, but we actually got out pretty neatly. Diouf has played the ball over the top to Somerville, who's going to get there against Tarkowski. He beats Tarkowski. He tries a trick around Garner. It doesn't come off, and Garner tries to link up with Njai, but it's gone out for a West Ham corner in an advanced position. Diouf, does he give away? I'm just going to look at Diouf's throw-ins because they always look like foul throws to me. Let's have a look. He's I can't see the pitch. They just literally showed Diouf. Perfectly executed throw-in. I take everything back. Couldn't have been better. Could have done better myself. 10 out of 10 Diouf for that throw-in. Matheus Fernandes has the ball at the halfway line, and we've gone wide to Bowen. He looks to take on Mykolenko. Mykolenko nicks it off his foot, should I say. And it's out for a throw-in to West Ham. 72 minutes, not quite, but just not far off it, on the clock. This is what I suppose would be described as squeaky bum time, everyone, wouldn't it? Can we hold on? Well, hold on. Can we score another? There's plenty of time to go. It's back at the Everton back four. Somerville gives away free, but in fairness, he did everything he could to dispossess Garner there. Made a fair enough attempt at that, I thought. But again, it was a foul. But it was a genuine attempt, should I say. So Spurs almost scored. So it's going back and forth, looks like, Mandy. Let me check just so for my own. It's 0-0. They're 70 minutes, so they're slightly behind us in terms of time frame. So, Mandy, it looks like you're doing some good watching. Are you double screening it? You must be with that level of insight. Tough. It's going to be a corner. Bit of a mix-up there between 𝗪𝗪𝗪 and Mads. It was a fairly innocuous opportunity or innocuous moment for Everton. Just a ball over the top. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 was hoping for Mads to come, vice versa. Mads hoping for 𝗪𝗪𝗧 to deal with it. Corner to Everton. Let's just hope that Everton can't make anything of this. In swinging left foot. Decent ball. Headed clear by 𝗪𝗁𝗀. Absolute legend. Still not cleared though. Everton had the ball at the edge of the box. Oh, they have a chance here. It's going to be a goal. Oh my God, wow. Huge clearances off the line. Oh, huge. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 off the line. It was got a first touch, I think, from Claude Walker-Peters. I was certain that was a goal. We can't give too many more opportunities like that away. We need to get our foot in the ball again, guys. It's out wide left for Everton. They have the ball at the edge of the box. He's going to try a shot. It goes out wide left. Shot ricochets wide left, that is. It goes cross back in. Still with Everton. We can't get out. Dwight McNeil has the ball, plays it back. Somerville tries to win it, doesn't. McNeil back to McNeil. He's taking on Tati. Beat ball in, loops the back post, and we'll leave that go for a goal kick. That was dicey enough, guys. That was dicey enough. I don't know how much more of that I can take, to be honest. It just was there was chances there. The ball chance that happened. It was a dink ball through. Juff tries to win it, doesn't. The square is made. Souček saves it essentially on the line. It wasn't going in, but it would have been going in because Barry would have scored. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 cleared it then and is given the big one afterwards. Everton on the attack again. They were just showing the replay and it just cut back to Everton on the attack again. It's gone out for a throw in, just closed down. Nuno's got to be looking at the team now, thinking that we need to freshen things up. Everton freshened things up, made 2 changes. And they've had all the ball. And we know historically what has happened in this position to West Ham time and time again. So, yeah, it makes no sense sitting back. I don't get it either. Like, we scored the goal. We started the second half really, really strongly. And now we are just as deep as can be. Dwight McNeil going to swing the ball in here. Corner kick to Everton. Juff challenges him. 76 minutes gone. Short corner. There's going to be a shot here. Out wide. No, it's not. Goal. Oh, off the crossbar. How do we save it? Oh my God. This is crazy. That was crazy. I don't know how it didn't go in. It ricocheted off the crossbar. This is wild how we're not behind or not drawing. Is it a handball? Oh, it's going to be a handball penalty. Handball penalty is going to be. Fuck. Where did it hit his hand? It's head. Head, crossbar. Potts is coming on. So it looks like Potts for Taddy. Ah, come on. I don't like that. I do not like that. That's the sub we didn't want. That's the sub we didn't want. We're sitting back for the next 20 minutes because it's 12 to go. It's going to be plenty of there's going to be plenty of additional time. Potts hasn't been all that in recent weeks. We got away with murder there. We need to get the foot in the ball here. I can't believe we're not drawing this game. Everton on the attack as per usual. Well, it's fair to say, if we draw this game, which it looks like we're going to do, Nuno is going to come in for it. With Potts in there, there's no way we're not sitting back all the way. We finally earned a throw in our own half by the corner flag. This has been a... Callum Wilson's coming on. Okay. Let's balance the books here. We brought Potts on a minute ago. Can Wilson provide an outlet? Because the ball has gone straight back to Everton after the clearance. And the kitchen sink is being thrown. Wilson's ready to come on. We need the ball to go dead first. It's going to be an Everton throw deep into West Ham territory. Mykolenko drawing the ball. Okay, Callum Wilson's on for Pablo. So Taddy and Pablo are gone. Potts and Wilson in his place. Pablo taking his time, needless to say. He's rolling down his socks while still on the pitch. Referee is marching him off. So, 81 minutes on the clock. It's an attacking throw-in for Everton. We're winning, is the bottom line. Nuno is doing a Nuno. Wolves are drawing with Spurs. That could change, we know. This could be a fantastic weekend, or it could be a disaster, and we'll find out what the story is in the next 10 minutes, because Nuno believes we can hold out with the defence we've got. We've got a good defence since we brought in, obviously, 𝗪𝗀𝗪𝗀 and 𝗪𝗁𝗀𝗪 has been 𝗪𝗁𝗪. Everton on the attack here in a big way. Walker Peters essentially stopped playing. He was like, this is offside, it's offside. It took a while for the come around. Geez, that Lino is, absolutely jacked. I don't think he's off. I think Kyle Walker Peters bought that offside. He was so adamant, so vehement that it was an offside. I think he bought it because it was level at best, I think. But anyway, Mads has a free kick. He's going to lure you. And he has lured it. Can we get our foot on the ball? Is it possible? Juff has the ball out wide. He's trying to find Somerville around the corner. And does. Great ball. Somerville has the ball, edge of the box. Find someone. Plays the ball in. Oh, Wilson just couldn't angle himself correctly. It was a chance. Small chance, half chance, quarter chance, whatever you call it, but it was a chance. Souček has the ball at the halfway line. We need a little bit more of that for the rest of this half. God, I'd kill for a second goal. 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 has the ball. He plays it into it goes through to the Everton back four. It was a bit of a loose pass, frankly. Everton have the ball out wide left. Play around the corner for Mykolenko, who Duty plays around the corner as well. And it's going to go out for Everton throw in. Come on, West Ham. Come on. We need to just hold out. Ball in the box. Just flicks it clear for Everton throw in. 83 minutes on the clock. Spurs still drawing. We're still winning. Come on. Goal kick. Everton fans are going crazy for a handball. This would be the loosest handball of all time. If this is a penalty, I'll get sick. Oh, it's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a penalty to Everton. Oh, I think we're getting away with it. Are we? Looks like a penalty to me. It's going to be a penalty, I think. I can't look. I think I got away with it, guys. Honestly, what happened was Spurs 1-0. That's a shame. It looked like a handball. Spurs are 1-0 up. We need to do our business now. It looked like a handball. Anyway, I'm speechless. Frankly, it looked like a handball. Spurs are winning. I don't know who scores. I don't really care, to be honest. We have got 5 minutes plus stoppage to hold out. It did look like a handball. It was like, Matheus Fernandes was grappling and he just clipped the ball with his hand and went out for a corner, but it was very much a handball. As Troy was saying, Spurs fans be livid. I completely agree. So Spurs have got their goal. They're showing that again. It's a handball. Long ball, well controlled by Bowen. We've got a chance now to attack. Bowen plays the ball around the corner to Somerville. Come on, Somerville. Let's go. Somerville gets the ball back. Bit of a mishmash here. Is there a chance we can win the ball here? No. Everton come away with it. Everton on the attack. Out wide right. Chance to get the ball in the box. They do. Jesus Christ. Just about get clear. We can't get out. Everton on the ball again. Everton on the attack again. Kind of cross the ball in here. Everton score. Fucking hell. Jeez, we hold scores. That's sickening. We're in the bottom 4. We're in the bottom 3. That's what happens when you sit back for the last 20 minutes or so. West Ham to do all over again. Spurs fans will be cheering. West Ham have a chance here. Potts plays it to Kyle Walker-Peters. Out to Bowen. Clips it in. Clears. Mateus Fernandes had the ball. Tries to head it clear to Juff. Gets it just about there. Oh. I think this is going to go down to Nuno. Why do we have to sit back so much? Why do we have to bring on Potts? Why do we have to sit back so much? We should have won this game. We played the first half. We played so well in the first few minutes of the second half, got the goal, and then we're in the bottom four now, goal difference. That's just such a sickener. Such a sickener. Somerville tries to buy a foul, doesn't get it. Everton on the attack. Everton might win this. 8 minutes additional. Can I for a goal kick? So Spurs are winning. We gave this game away. We got 7 minutes to pick up our ideas. Nuno looks defeated. So does Paco. Mateus Fernandes in the ball. Back to Juff. To Sassy on the ball. Ball over the top for Bowen. Clips it in. Easily clears. Back to Kyle Walker-Peters. Potts plays out wide to Juff. Ball in the box. Back post. Should be a goal. Oh, Wilson scores. Come on. Wilson scores. Get in. I was 2-1. Come on. Oh my God. Come on. Huge goal. Huge goal for Wilson. Oh my God. That's the goal that could keep us up, guys. I got to change the thing. Come on. I was so deadbeat. I was so down the dumps that I could barely even talk through that attack. I was so dejected. I was a broken man. I'm revitalized. Wilson has scored a crucial goal. I'll talk you to the replay. Juff gets the ball wide, cross it in, and goes back post, flick back in for Bowen, and Wilson is at the back post to just sweep it home on the volley. Bowen, brilliant header. Bowen, brilliant header. Back post. Wilson is there to just get it home. It hits it straight into the turf. Oh, lordy moy. We've got 4 or 5 minutes to sit back. Sorry, I need to change this. Sit back again. We don't actually have a 2-1 on the overlay. So I can't actually put up 2-1. I might just text Ben. Right, Bowen's coming off. Ignore the score. It's 2-1. We are winning 2-1. Bowen is coming off. Honestly, from the most broken man in the world a minute ago to the most nervous man now that we could win this game. Todibo has come on for Bowen. Long ball cleared or from Everton, and we just cleared it now. Souček to Somerville. Somerville has the ball wide left. That's Wilson's going to be offside here when he touches the ball, which he does, and he is offside. 2-1, as you can see on screen. All right, we've got 3 minutes to go, guys. We've got 3 minutes to go. Wilson has done the business. We just need to hold out for another 3 minutes. Long ball, headed clear by Mavropanos. Souček, Lloris are clear. It's headed back into the area. Everton on the ball. It's a good chance here. Wide. Look from the angle for a moment that could be closer than what Mads looked like, and George had a chance there he wrapped his boot around it looked like. Let's have a look at that again. It was just at the edge of the box, worked it, and then put it wide. By my calculations, we got 2 minutes to go, guys. By my calculations, we've got 2 minutes to go. We've been caught 1,000 times by sitting back, but we raised ourselves, and can we hold on now with 1 minute and 45 to go? Mikalenka goes wide. Every man behind the ball. Everton are obviously going to command the ball for the next couple of minutes. We just need to hold out, not do anything silly. We got away with a penalty, I think, earlier in the game. We just can't afford to do anything silly. Ball's out wide to enjoy. Good challenge from Juff. Somerville couldn't get the ball under a spell. It's about 50 seconds to go. It's a throw in for Everton. Everton have the ball. You got to think this is the last attack. Garner has the ball, goes wide. This is the chance to cross it in, you would think. They do. Mads Hermansen should really be catching that, but he punches it, but Somerville has the ball on the attack. Somerville just bring it down the line. Earns a free kick. Well done, Somerville. Well done, Somerville. Earns a free kick. That's got to be that. Yellow card for Alcaraz. That is what you need to do. I told he was going to a blind alley there. This was not pretty. This was not easy. But we've got there. All right, let's see this ball going. Clears 98 minutes and 40 seconds gone. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗖𝗔 clears it up, then clips into the bottom left. Blow it up, ref. 𝗪𝗂𝗏 wins the ball. Somerville has it. 𝗪𝗂𝗏 goes out for a throw into Everton. Blow it up, ref. We're in the 98 minute and a half. 99th minute. Pickford's going to launch it. He does launch it. Get your head on it to Debo. He does. Matheus Fernandes does too. It's going to be a free kick to Everton. They're going to have a chance to lump it in. The box. It's the 99th minute and 27 seconds. Pickford is launching it. Let's get it clear, lads. That's all we need to do. Hermansen claims it. Hermansen claims it. That is it. We have done what we needed to do. We won the game. Kyle Walker-Peters is driving down the right-hand side here. We won the game. 2-1 West Ham. Come on! Absolutely huge win. Forget about what happened at Spurs. Forget about this game, if you can. But we have won the game. Traj, it was a lottery game. That is what you call, you flip a coin and you just hope for the best. And we won. Dewsbury Hall, 88 minutes. I was dead and buried. And Wilson came up like he did against Spurs. And we got the win. We are 2 points clear of the relegation zone. We beat Everton at home. A tough fixture, tough game. And we got the win. Honestly, I am absolutely flummoxed. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to think about that game. Spurs got the job done. Fair enough to them. Whatever. They win 1-0. We were in the relegation zone a couple of minutes ago. Wilson, you little Dixie. Unbelievable. Huge, huge goal. Bowen with the never say die attitude at the back post. And it looked like it just took forever for Wilson to get onto that ball. And he cleared it home. It's been a fine Saturday. We got the same result as Spurs. We didn't play well. It wasn't our finest game. We were playing against a very tough team. And we got there. You know, I'm sure Nuno's still going to get a few pelters. Traj, I hear, you're happy and angry. I'm happy. Obviously, Nuno hasn't learned his lesson. We thought Paco would maybe put him back in his box a little bit by saying, look, when you're thinking about bringing on a defender, let's not. But we were sitting back far before the likes of Potts came on. I'm not making excuses for Nuno, but Wilson did come on and did score, and we were dead and buried. We can forget. But Nuno Nuno does like a sit back. He does. We all know that we scored the goal. What minute did we score the goal in? And we sat back ever since. Like I was saying, we started the half so well. 51 minutes, 𝗪𝗂𝗏 scored. After 51 minutes, I don't think he touched the ball pretty much. I'd love to see the statistics in terms of possession from the 51st minute to the 99th or whatever it was. But yeah, so we'll take it. Take it all day long. We won. That's all that matters. we're out of the relegation zone for another week. I'll miss next week's game, or I'll be in Hong Kong checking my phone because I'll be just getting off a flight, as far as I know, when we're kicking off against Brentford. But Spurs are away to Villa. That's not easy. I know Villa kind of shit the bed today against Fulham, but a lot can happen in the midweek. Let's not focus on next week. Let's focus on this week. Solanke went off early. In fairness, we wrote our luck. I can see here, Big Tom man of the match. Like that header onto the crossbar. That looked for all the world a goal. The handball that Mateus Fernandes gave away. I just need I need a drink. Well, I've had a beer, but I need about 10 beers after that. We were lucky today. There's no question about it. Nuno Yardi saying Nuno is in line of managers who manage West Ham. Potter, Moyes, Nuno. I don't think anyone can be. I think Potter's the worst. I think it's fair to say. So I don't think we can have any complaints about winning today. As in terms of how lucky we were. That game was as tough as it gets, as lucky as it gets. We had to ride our luck in a big way. That could easily have been a draw. That could easily have been a loss. But Souček scored and Wilson scored that goal. And I was dejected and broken and finished. But I'm so glad we won. In a crazy circumstance. And Bowen, the bubbles are going off here. Wilson's taking the plaudits. Yeah, that was one of the most roller coaster games I've ever seen. The handball, it was just Fernandes was, I can't remember who it was, might have been in Dye, but he was essentially looking to kind of shepherd it towards the goal line, and his hand was just there and kind of popped the ball out. I thought it was going to be a penalty, to be honest, and we got away with that one a little bit. So let's have a look at the comments here. I obviously saw yours there, Mandy. Callum Bloody Wilson. Yes, Callum Bloody Wilson, looking back at the goals here, yeah. So we got Souček. We have the corner in. Yeah, nods at home. Lovely stuff. Pretty easy, to be honest. Pretty textbook corner. And we were happy days then. Then ball into the box. Played it back and, just smashed home. It was right in the middle of the goal, but it was past Mads Hermansen before he even got a chance to really react. And then boom, we can see here, sweeping from the back post, pops into the ground, and it's in the back of the net, and we win. Can't believe we won that game. Okay, let's have a look at the comments. So I went back to Callum Bloody Wilson. May the luck stay with us. Yeah, that's the thing. We might have cashed in a few lucky chips there because, that won't happen every week. And Fernandes, I think that, it was a penalty. I think it's a penalty to me. Let's look at the stats. 44% possession versus 46, 10 shots each. 10 shots versus 11, 3 on target each. Expected goals 1.17 for us, 1.41 to them. It was a tight game. They obviously came into the game an awful lot more after we scored. Forest play Villa away, next Spurs, Chelsea away, and then we go to Brentford. Yeah. I never saw the handball, Trudge. Okie dokie. It's only handball if a ref gives it. Yeah, it's a kind of a funny one, in terms of how referees call comes into play. Everton now are, where are they? They've actually fallen into the bottom half, it looks like. They're showing that what else we got? For all the just goes to show, for all the energy Wilson gets us 3 points over Taddy and Pablo. I do love Taddy and Pablo, and they obviously show a lot of effort. But Wilson is that proven Premier League striker, and he got the goal today, the all-important goal. It was from a yard and a half out to an empty net. but it's still a hugely important goal. Todibo looks heavy. I didn't actually, to be honest, I was so focused on just, getting the ball clear for us. I didn't see that he'd been putting on some timber. I'm just reading some of the messages here, seeing what people are thinking out there. Enjoyed it as a player, completely agree. Every time he got the ball, I was very, very nervous. Very, very lucky. Just hoping that those 6 points Nuno gave away against Brentford and Leeds don't come back to haunt us. Yeah, I completely get that. Like, the tally this season is going to be different. Like, in fairness, like in our past couple of games, we've beaten Wolves, we've drawn with Palace, and we've beaten Everton. So they're very strong results. The Brighton games, plural, they've been painful. And I don't think either of those games really deserved us to lose. I think there was there was poor decision making involved by the referees in terms of how those games played out. But yeah, buzzing for the win. That's what I want to hear. I'm buzzing too. Like, it was kind of like it went from catastrophe to nirvana. So yeah, that's what I was talking about there a moment ago. That Wilson goal, maybe the best goal he scores in West Ham shirt. Yeah. So, and yeah, that's why we gave Wilson a new contract. Did he sign that new contract? I heard that coming out a couple of months ago, and then it kind of went a bit quiet. So, has that happened yet? But yeah. So thanks, Traj. Thanks for the watch along. Or thanks for joining the watch along, should I say, everyone. I'll stick around here for a little bit longer. I'm just texting my Spurs supporting friends. But yeah, thanks. Obviously, it's not a common occurrence for me to be doing watch-alongs. As I said, I'll be watching these games through the watch-alongs from the Far East over the coming weeks. I'm just delighted we got the win. So I'm just thanks very much. Yeah, safe travel. The thing is about the travel is we've got a 4.5-month-old to bring. So we're flying from Dublin to Dubai, and then we're going from Dubai to Hong Kong. So that's a fair amount of travel with a 4.5-month-year-old little fella. And then after 2 weeks, we're flying from Hong Kong to Japan. And then we're flying back from Japan. So obviously Japan's a further 4 hours east. I mean, to fly all the way back. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this trip. But the travel with a 4.5-month-old, and it's our first, so I have no idea what to expect. But listen, okay, I'm going to wrap it up. Enough of my travel chats. Keep your eyes peeled on the channel. Time for beer, a glass of red. Yeah, maybe Sam Allardyce, pint of red, maybe. Take care, everyone. It's been a crazy day, crazy game. I really appreciate everyone joining in and putting up with me as opposed to the heavy hitters we usually have here on the watch-alongs. But listen, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Keep the chins up and stay safe.